Good evening and welcome to your Week 3 broadcast of Libertyville Wildcats football. This is Kevin O'Neill, and with me as always is Mr. Bill Mix at Walter R. Johnson Sports Complex. So tonight, our Week 3 matchup is the Libertyville Wildcats playing the Blue Devils from Warren. First, we're going to talk about last week real quick. Last week was a tough one for the Cats. It was a 34-31 triple overtime loss to the Batavia Bulldogs. Cats had a 17-7 lead in the fourth, and Batavia tied it up at a wild finish that included a goal line tackle, an interception that didn't happen, a timeout, and a clutch field goal by Andrew Hines. 3 OTs and a Batavia block field goal later, the Cats were 1-1. Mix, what's your memories of that game?
I think we were learning a lot about the overtime as it was happening. There was a lot of confusion down at the end of the game, especially holding them and then having that interception that never counted because of a procedure penalty?
Yep.
And everyone was a little bit confused. But in overtime, it was there. You got to give Batavia credit. They put together the drives each time they had to do it, and we came up one short.
So the Cats are 1-1. Warren last week fell to 0-2 after getting rolled by New Trier 37-14. New Trier scored a whole bunch early and nearly doubled up Warren's 240 yards of offense. So this week we have both teams looking to rebound in the first contest of the North Suburban 8, the new conference. It's up for grabs right now, and every game counts, especially with playoff considerations. 0-2, 1-1, you really need every game as you're moving forward. So tonight, the Blue Devils on offense. Mr. Mix, what do we know about these guys?
Well, they're led by a senior quarterback named Luke Schmidt. He's their primary runner. Last week he ran for 73 yards and threw for 131. But it's been a tough couple weeks for them. I think a couple games earlier against Lions, he threw 4 interceptions. Their coach backed him up and said, a lot of them were not on him. So, the quarterback does have their coach's backing, which is always a good thing. But we're seeing him using his 2 major weapons of Jalen Tolbert and Micah Jones.
We're going to throw it down to the guys on the field for the sportsmanship announcement, and then we'll come back up here.
Tell them when they're talking to each other, I can hear it.
Inappropriate cheers or taunts directed toward athletes, officials, or fans have no place in high school sports. Any spectator not displaying appropriate behavior will be asked to leave. We as athletes are proud to play this game we love in front of fans who are important to us. We will do our best not to disappoint you. Please us be as you are of us. Thank you for your...
Okay, so Athletic Director Bryant Kelly out on the field with senior Dante Vincini, and for Warren senior Jake Lang giving the sportsmanship announcement. I'll turn it back over to Coach Mix here to tell us more about Warren's offense.
Yep. Well, they're blessed with a lot of speed and a lot of size, especially at the skill positions. We're talking about 2 potential Division I wide receivers in Jalen Tolbert and Micah Jones. Tolbert went for 100 yards last week versus the Trier, and Jones for 31. But they are both big play receivers, and even going into the season, the coach talked a lot about having to get them the ball so they can make plays. At running back, they've got Melvin Pettis Jr. He's about 170 pounds, lightning quick. So the Cats are going to really have to try to contain him, and they have a blocking back by the name of Ramel Drake. In terms of returning linemen, they're not all that big. They have one real big lineman in Lucas McNamara, runs 285, and another one in Cameron Shaw that's 270. But other than that, compared to the offensive line that we saw last week versus Batavia, this line is going to be a lot smaller. So how do you think we're going to handle this on D, Coach?
So our defense is going to be led by Will Hare and Wes Klepek. They're our leading tacklers. We have a similar lineup that was in there against Batavia last week, did a really nice job. The only difference that we're aware of right now is Pat Conway is going to get the start for an injured Nate Campbell, although we did see him dressed on the sideline. Coach Budge was nice enough to give us some of his time and to share the defensive keys for us. As Coach Mick said, Micah Jones and Julian Tolbert we have to know where they are on the field. They are big play receivers. They run 6 foot and 6'5". Coach Mix also talked about how their quarterback's their leading runner. He went off for about 75 last week, and they want to keep him contained. Their much smaller offensive line should be a bonus for our defensive line that had to handle a whole lot of beef last week. So look for Skylar Blacker and Kyle O'Malley to be coming up big. And then we also want to apply good pressure on the sprint out. We can't let them get into space. And so we're looking to control the line of scrimmage and the perimeter. So on the other side of the ball, Mr. Mix, Warren's defense.
Well, Warren's defense returns 8 starters, which is always a nice thing to have. Both Batavia and the Cats last week both lost a lot of players off both their offensive and defensive squad. So having 8 returning starters is a good thing. It's good to have the older and the upperclassmen in there to teach. They have a lot of speed on defense, but in their last 2 games, they've struggled. They gave up 473 yards to New Trier last week, and New Trier went on to score on 6 of the first 7 possessions. You know, the week before was a little better against Lions, but Lions gave up 323 yards to Lions. So even though they are kind of experienced, they are struggling right now, and it's a good opportunity for the Cats to try to take advantage of it. What do you think the Cats are going to do, Coach?
Well, the Cats are going to have to be led by their experienced O-line and Jack Ruskell. That's where it starts with them. Ruskell finished last week 10 for 16 for 193 yards. Big story was Jason C. on the ground with 136. During the game, one of their primary downfield weapons, Brandon Rule, went down with an injured knee. But 2 players emerged during that game to fill in his production with Brendan Bizarre, who caught 3 passes for 117 yards, and then Nick Angel had a great game also. Coach Davis talked to us about having to continue the progress they made from week 1 to week 2. That offensive game was totally different from Elk Grove week 1, where they were held to 2 field goals in the first half, to last week where they had they put together some really nice drives. And then they can't get panicked by Warren's pressure, Alex Stanulis, our backup quarterback, told me that their Mike linebacker, that's their middle linebacker, likes to blitz up to 60 to 70% of the time.
Wow.
And he's coming in the A gap, which means either side of center. So that puts a lot of pressure on our center, but we know where that pressure is coming from. They also have the defensive ends crashing in. They're not really containing, they're crashing in. So look for Jack Ruskell to have a good game on the ground today. A lot of our reads should be kept by him if Warren comes out as we're expecting them to. Coach Davis even put in a new play today that's going to pull the backside guard to try to take advantage of that and kick that end out. As far as on the outside of the field goes, their corners play a lot of press. So the little quick passes we have, the bubbles and locks we call them, those could be big weapons. So we're going to look for Joe Horner and Lucas Rossetti to have some big opportunities tonight as well.
I thought that Jack did a great job last week of riding the running back out in the option and really made some good decisions. Really made Batavia have to guess on what he was going to do when he got to the side of the ball. I talked with Tyler Jost, the offensive lineman for the Cats today, and he was talking about their week of practice and that it was a really good week of practice. And he felt like the offensive line especially got a lot better and made a lot of strides this week. So, I think they're looking for a better game, a better performance out of themselves. And with the size of Warren's defensive line, I think maybe we can take advantage of it.
And that'd be something that we have to do, get a push back from those big experienced guys and see what we can make happen. We're going to turn it over shortly here to the Libertyville Marching Band under the skilled direction of Dustin Helvey. And who else is out there tonight, Coach? Chris Hagevogel is the drum major. And I can't see who else is out there for the band, so we'll find out in just a few moments. But we'll turn it over to the band for School Fight Song and then the National Anthem. We'll be back on the other side of that. Ladies and gentlemen, we present the 2016 Marching Wildcats under the direction of Senior Drum Major Allison Flores. 2001, please rise and honor America and join in singing our national anthem, conducted by Assistant Director of Bands Matt Carnstead. The flag flies at the north end of the stadium. And we're back. Thank you very much for a rousing rendition. And that was Matt Carnstead, LHS alum, who was up on the big ladder, giving us the direction underway. And so we are about ready to get going here. We got a lot of VIPs up in the booth here tonight. We got, not in the order of importance, Assistant Coach Brady Sullivan, Superintendent Prentice Lee, Assistant Superintendent Al Fleming, all kinds of royalty up here in the booth tonight. And here comes your Cats coming out onto the field, getting ready for this Week 3 tilt. You just saw our email. We are interactive tonight. You can email us at always at wplive@lhswildcats.org, or you can hit us up on Twitter at CatTVLive as you get a shot of Willie the Wildcat and the Palms and cheer coming in. It is a tie-dye out tonight.
Tie-dyed out tonight, yeah.
Tie-dyed out tonight. As the marching band plays the school song. See Brandon Rule down on the sideline there in a big knee brace.
That's unfortunate.
It is. That's a big downfield threat that is taken away from the Cats. But as a great article in the Daily Herald last week detailed, Brendan Bazar was the next man up. He stepped up and, like we said, caught 3 passes for 117 yards. And then expect Nick Angel to be that guy who stretches down the field for the Cats this week.
Yeah, he had a real nice catch over the top last week. He really showed some athleticism going up over the receiver in a jump ball and brought it in.
That's a nice weapon to have. So it looks like Warren is lining up. They will kick off. The Libertyville Wildcats will receive down on the north end of the field. Warren lines up in a slightly uneven kickoff. They're kicking off from the hash. They have 6 on one side of the kicker, 4 on the other side. A lot of times they use that to try to get into a corner. The Cats on their front line here of the kickoff. We've got Bryce Parker. Excuse me. Sorry, buddy. Bryce Parker up on the line. Who else do we got? Some other numbers. We've got Brendan Cook on a second tier. That looks like Dom Baker on the line as well.
We got Ben Arnold back. Yep, Ben Arnold back, and it looks like Patrick Conway back.
Ben Arnold of some late game heroics defensively last week. He's set to receive the kick. Kickoff from the 40. It's an end-over-end kick and a Chase Cook into the end zone, and that's a touchback. And the Cats will start the first possession with full time on the clock at their 20-yard line.
Let's take this opportunity to tell you that Wildcat Productions records many of the sports, fine arts, and other events here at Libertyville High School. If you'd like to get a copy of a DVD of any of these past events, please visit the LHS web store located on the Libertyville High School homepage. Easy for me to say.
So we're underway here, and we'll see what Coach Davis has dialed up. That is Ruskell in the shotgun, Jason C next to him. Warren comes off. Give is right away to C up the middle, who's going to pound it forward for about, looks like 1 yard from where the side judge. So this we're going to get a good look right away and see if Warren is holding true to what they did last week, if they're blitzing those backers, and if they are crashing those ends, and if they're playing press up with those corners.
As we talked about him earlier, Brendan Bizarre just checks in for the Wildcats.
Lucas Rossetti in the slot as well. Motion, there goes Bizarre across. There's the ride right there, the keep by Ruskell. Oh, and it's complete, but had to dive to hold on to it. That's one of our bubbles there. Ruskell has the option to give that, to keep it, or to throw. He threw that complete, but had to dive for it, so now it's 3rd and 9. That looked like it was there, though.
I don't know if the ball is a little slick. We have had a lot of rain. It looks like it's stopped now, but I'm sure the field is wet and the balls are still wet.
So 3rd and 9. Blitz coming up the middle. Both middle backers. Ruskell's rolling out to his left. He has a receiver open.
Nice catch.
Nice catch. And that is Brendan Bizarre, number 34. Nice catch there, picking up right where he left off last week. Nice ball by Ruskell rolling to his left as we get a replay here. You see the pressure coming in. Nice job up front by the offensive line. Puts that ball in a spot where only Bizarre can get it because the coverage was there.
That's tough throwing across the body going like that, being chased out of the pocket. Nice play by Ruskell also.
So we come out in trips to Ruskell's right with Horner, Rossetti, Bizarre in motion. There's that lock again. The give is to C, and he pounds forward for about 1 maybe before being driven back. That is number 24, like we said, Jason C., who had 170-plus yards last week on the ground. 170, is that right? That sounds like a lot.
No, I thought it was like 130.
136, you're right.
No,
I
right.
apologize, Mr. Mix. Thank you. 170 sounded a bit much. Had a good game.
It was a very good game.
So Ruskell taking a look at the defense. The snap is back. There's that ride again. The give, and there's a spot, little breathing room.
Nice,
Makes a second man
nice.
miss, runs into the official, but gets a first down.
Get out of the way.
That's Bizarre again, becoming a very integral part of this offense. So there's the read. You see the nice blocks there all the way around.
Cuts up inside, and here comes the referee.
Kyle Patterson on a nice block there inside. You see Charlie Schmidt pushing his guy all the way through. So Lucas Rossetti again in the slot. 4 quick, 2 receivers to either side. They read the quick toss out right there. That's to number 11, Joe Horner. It's complete, but about a pickup of 5 there to set up a 2nd and 5. That's a nifty little play by Ruskell. He got that out quick.
I think it keeps the defense honest. They were really jamming up C on the first couple carries. Then he breaks one. So now they're going to overplay the middle and hit some on the outside, and we get a nice 5-yard gain.
It's a tough punch because you have to, something has to be open, and if Ruskell makes his reads correctly, it really makes the defense pay. So C in the backfield, Bizarre running, motion, jammed up in the middle.
Churning.
Keeps those legs pumping, though. Picks up a hard 2 yards, bringing up a manageable 3rd down.
Tyler Yost in there, keeping his legs moving, trying to move the pile.
Kyle Jones checks into the game. Ruskell getting the call from the sideline here. See big Charlie Schmidt there, just towering over everybody. So 3rd and 4, call it. Snap is off. The give is to.
He's through. Rumbling, stumbling. Nice
Nicely
run.
done. Jason C. It's becoming a very effective 1-2 punch of C and Bizarre.
I like it a lot.
So here we see the ride there, the pull coming down and around. That's Cleary pulling. And he gets into that second level. And then you're going to do better than just grab on and hope. Finally gets down around the legs. Not before a first down. So, Twins on both sides once again. Ruskell takes the snap, little drive. Down, he's got to, blocking broke down a little bit there. Needed a block from the outside.
That was bizarre. Couldn't quite get the corner.
I like that we're moving forward, though. Even on our plays that have been stuffed, we haven't gotten stopped behind the line, which kind of slowed us down a little bit last week. When the plays weren't working, they really weren't working. I mean, you'd like to pick up more than half a foot, but it's better than being back 2 feet. Snap is back once again. That read, there's that give once again. Nice nice block on the outside. That is Jason C., who got a nice block that sprung him there, that sprung Bizarre for a pickup of about 6.
That was a nice open field tackle by number 9 for Warren, Jake Lang. I thought Jason was going to go a little bit further, but he did a nice job of filling that hole and bringing him down.
Tough assignment out there for the cornerbacks, too, and there, and man, it's really hard to see everything that's going on, and it leaves a lot for that free safety up top to make plays. You see the Warren is in press. Ruskell's going to read it. The ball's on the ground. And Warren gets it back. Oh, no, and they've got a huge no way. Jake Lang is going to take that back to the house. That is a 70-yard fumble recovery for 6 that kills a nice drive that the Cats had going. So there's the ride, and it just looks like it popped out. I still don't see how Lang came up with that ball. Must have bounced right into his hands. And then once he's by the first layer of Cats, there's nobody there who's going to get him.
That's a shame. We did have a nice drive going, but Warren gets on the board first. Now we have to see how the Cats are going to respond. Number 7, Brandon Hergenreiter, the kicker, lines up for the extra point.
That is the freshman B team head coach's son right there, Coach.
Did I pronounce his name right?
Hergenreiter.
Hergenreiter, okay.
Kick is up, and it is good. And halfway through the first quarter, Warren is up 7-0 after an unfortunate turn of events.
All right, go to the LHS homepage to register for the 24th annual Red Ribbon Coos Classic 5K, race, walk, and fun run on Sunday, October 23rd at 10 a.m. This year's race will kick off the beginning of Red Ribbon Week at LHS to support drug and alcohol prevention programs. All of these programs are in the LHS community, so come on out. It's a good time. Walk, run, or just cheer on the participants.
So the Cats will have to regroup, and the offense has to go right back on the field to get it going again.
Well, the word of the week for the Cats, right, was perseverance. So that really comes into play here.
They had a nice drive. I mean, you do have a little confidence feeling that you can put that drive together. Ball is kicked. It's a line drive kick. This one's going to be returnable. A little confusion in who's going to get it. Oh, he's got a seam. Oh, one man wrapped him up. I couldn't quite get a number on that. That was Patrick Conway, it looks like, on the return. Nifty little first step made the first guy miss. So the offense will take over again at about the 26. And we'll see what, I mean, I would expect much of the same from Coach Davis. Ruskell on the snap. He's going to keep that. He's around to his left. Pounds forward. Falls forward after the tackle. Looks like he picked up about 6 yards on that play. That's the first one that Ruskell has kept.
Looks like a nice little 5-yard gain. Puts us in a 2nd and 5 position. Ruskell gets the play up to the sideline and brings the Cats up to the line.
So once again, lined up with trips to his right. Ruskell takes the snap. There's that read, the give. Oh, and that's stuffed up. See, keeps his feet, keeps pounding, and he's met by a host.
We got a flag.
We got a flag coming in there, a host of Blue Devils.
I think one of the Blue Devils might have had his hand up near the face mask. I couldn't tell from here if he grabbed it, but.
That's cheating. That's not allowed.
Understand. And it looks like we have a Cat down.
On the opposite end of the field. Oh, personal foul face mask also. And there is a Cat down on the field. It was on the opposite side. I can't see a number on who's down. Our training staff, Ron Russ, Sarah Wright, are both out there right now. Head coach Mike Jones also came out.
We were just informed that the last drive went 66 yards, and it was 11 plays, and that 11th play was the faithful one that ended in that fumble and the return for the touchdown.
And thanks to Connie Kowal for getting us that information. Just got a heads up from. We also have our. Oh, go ahead, Coach Mix has got.
Yeah, we got the athletic trainers out on the field working on the. I can't see the player's number yet. Yeah, Kyle Patterson. You can see the student athletic trainers and some of the team physicians. The athletic trainers today for the game are Isabel Ferrara, Aaron Joyce, Ariba Siddiqui, Mackenzie Vanyak, Jack Stevens, and Zach Zerwas. And the team physicians are Tom Baer, who's orthopedics, Mark Smith, orthopedics, and Greg Corvetti, internal medicine.
So Kyle Patterson, number 32, is the Cat who is being tended to there. That's one of their O-linemen at a position that we're pretty thin at right now. As far as having extra O-linemen, it looks like Sean Neal, number 55, is getting the call to be the next guy up there. So we'll see at a 1st and 10 after the personal foul, the face mask, what we've got. Ruskell's on the give. Oh, and Bizarre is met hard. Or excuse me, C is met hard, and his helmet comes off, so he's going to need to come out of play too. So we see Anthony Campo coming out onto the field as he has to sit in one play. A big hit right there. Great replay by our Wildcat crew. Alec Doctor directing the show down there tonight. Doing a heck of a job. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. That's one where we did get knocked backwards. Cats struggling a little bit to get things going. Ruskell rolls out to his right, has some time. Pressure's coming now. Slips, and he is wrapped up. That is number 53, Josh Wilson, for the Blue Devils, and that's a loss of about 6. Seems like everything that was going right in the first drive is not going right now, Coach Mix.
Yep, game of adjustments. I think Warren's made a little bit of an adjustment and really making it difficult on C at this point, which puts the Cats in a position of having to do something else. And field slick, having trouble turning that corner.
So 3rd and long at about the 40 right now. Ruskell drops back to pass. He's got time, good time. Oh, steps up into the pocket, gets a seam. He's down to the 50, midfield, and he is hit hard, and that ball comes out, and that is another turnover. Great effort by Ruskell. It ends in a huge hit. Nice job blocking up front. One guy gets through. Ruskell scrambles. Ooh, coming here, and that's a big-time hit from Alexander Jodrich. Puts the ball on the deck, and another turnover for the Cats at midfield. So the Blue Devils take over the ball. First time the Cats' D is on the field. Snap is back. The give is right up the middle, and he is met hard. And there is a flag on the play. That was number 22, Melvin Pettis, at 5'7", 175. He is met at the line of scrimmage. They're talking the flag. Holding is the call against the Blue Devils. That was a quick hold
Was a
because
quick
that play got off fast. So with 3:20 left in the first quarter, the story so far are 2 Wildcat fumbles. So the Blue Devils will take over, and it is a 1st and 19 now, way back on their 39. Luke Schmidt gets the snap. The ball is out. Not quite back to the original line of scrimmage. That's Micah Jones, one of those receivers Coach Mix talked about in the pregame. So not a lot of player personnel switches for the Blue Devils here. The offense stays on. Calls coming in from the sideline. 21, Romel Drake is in the backfield. Schmidt back. He's looking deep. Not a lot of room.
Oh, nice play, Wes.
Wes Klepak on a nice play. Good coverage downfield. There wasn't great pressure. Cats were only rushing 3 on that one with Bunting dropping back into coverage. I'm sorry, they were rushing 4. Nice job there. Good coverage. That was something the Cats had a hard time with last week when plays took a long time to develop. The secondary had some struggles. The linebackers and secondary had some struggles. So 3rd and 12. Schmidt rolls to his right. The ball is thrown way deep. Coverage was there, looking for Micah Jones deep. Nice job on the coverage.
It looked like the Cats brought a linebacker. It looked like Wes Klepak shot the gap in that, went in after the quarterback, chased him a little bit outside the pocket.
That was Brian McCullough, it looks like, on the coverage. Noah Pant was also back there. And those two are going to be back for the punt return, too. Noah Pant went out of the game with an injury last week and is back here doing defensive back and punt return duties. So it looks like Ian Schilling is back to punt for the Blue Devils. They run that spread punt formation. The snap is high. He's not going to get that off. Oh, now you got to tackle him. Now you got to find him.
There you go.
There we go.
There we go.
Finally, a fortunate turn of events for the Cats. High snap is going to give the Cats the ball back at the 30. So after 2 turnovers for the Cats, Warren Blue Devils pay back the favor a little bit and give us a chance on a short field position here. So Ruskell's got trips to his left, and Jason C. to his left takes that jab step. That's Brendan Bizarre who gets the corner, and he pounds his way to the sideline, Bizarre does, and a pickup of about 6.
It's a good first play.
Coach, what do you tell your leader on the team after a couple of difficult plays like that?
You got to have a short memory. I mean, you really got to have a short memory. I mean, he took a big hit on that. He stayed down for a minute. Couldn't tell if it was because he was upset with himself or if he got, had a good shot. But, short memory. You got to come back out, right? Get the ball in the end zone here and tie the game up.
So you're right. After all that, it still is only 7-0, and the Cats got a short field right now. The give once again. Nice job. And there's exactly what you're saying, Coach. Ruskell just has to keep on trusting in the offense. He rode that a really long time to Bizarre. You're going to see him. He keeps that in there forever. And that's something that if you're nervous about fumbling the ball, is easy to lose. But he did a real nice job of that.
And would you say that nervous quarterbacks will sometimes either pull it or pull their hands out earlier?
It's not necessarily that they'll pull it. Sometimes it's just indecision. They do it too early or wait too long, and it's not as decisive. Jack did a real nice job being decisive there. And he's going to keep it around to the right now. Had a great read. He pounds inside again. Ruskell showing some guts there, cutting back inside. There's that short memory, Coach.
That is that short memory. That inside pursuit caught up to him and laid him down again. Hopped right back up.
Just got a score update from young Coach Coos, John Kuzieski. He's over at Stevenson watching Lake Forest. And after a safety and a touchdown, Stevenson is leading Lake Forest 9-0 right now at the end of one. Cats are driving now, second and looks like one. Oh, that is stuffed up. Looks like it might have been a loss of one even, which would bring up a third and real short from about the 7. Cats still can get a first down here. Looks like we're bringing in a pretty heavy jumbo package there, Coach. I see Skylar Blacker on the field.
It looks like less than, what, a yard?
Yeah.
The sideline looks like less than a yard.
Skylar Blacker, Luke Weiland. We just brought in a whole bunch of beef right there, Coach, in the backfield. There's Skylar Blacker in the backfield throwing a big block. Brendan Bazaar powers forward. It looks like he's going to be just short of the touchdown, but they are going to get the first down. Going to have to get a report on that.
Lined up that heavy package, made it look like we were going up inside, and Bazaar got the edge.
So here we see there's Skylar Blacker leading up the hole. Bazaar takes it around to the outside. Nice block there by C also. Sprung Bazaar, so now it's first and goal. Oh, and that is stuffed back. They're going to lose about a yard on that one. The heavy jumbo package comes off the field. That is a lot of beef that they put on there at one time, Coach. Kyle Patterson is back on the field. He came off. He was down on an injury there for a minute. Came off the field. So second and goal for the Cats. The give is underneath.
Nope.
No, Ruskell kept it. And he is stopped again right at the line of scrimmage, it looks like.
Looks like we're going to have a third down, and we're still about 3 yards to go. Looks like the Cats might be taking it.
The Cats will let it go
they're gonna let it run
to
down.
quarter right now. So we'll see after 12 minutes, Warren Blue Devils are up 7-0 after 2 turnovers. But Cats are knocking on the door with a third and goal from the 2.
Calling all girls in grades 1st through 4th. Have you ever wanted to perform with the Palms? Here's your chance. The LHS Palms Breast Cancer Clinic will be held on October 14th after school. That would be after school for the grade school kids, Coach. We're not going to start until 3:45. The girls will learn a dance with the Palms, have a snack, and perform during the halftime of the sophomore game on the field. How much fun would that be?
They love that. That's always a fun night here.
A portion of the proceeds will go towards Breast Cancer Foundation. Find a Palmer or visit the LHS Athletic website next week to sign up and go Cats.
What else we got going on around town, Coach?
Well, girls golf is having a good season. They're 6-2 and 5-1 in the conference. They defeated Stevenson by 2 shots on Tuesday to stay alive in the conference championship race. The varsity golfers of Simone McCallion, Megan Steronis, Madeline Hollinger, Ryan Sprecklin, Sydney Sprecklin, and Colby Roberts have been taking it to the opponents this year. Varsity and JV will take on Mundelein on Tuesday at Willow Glen and Lake Zurich on Thursday at Village Green. Keep it up.
That's Colby Roberts, one of the LHS Athletes of the Week, by the way, also.
Yes, we'll be getting to that in just a little bit.
Sorry, Coach. Didn't
That's
mean to
okay.
steal your
Steal
thunder.
my thunder.
So it's third and goal now from the 2. Ruskell takes the snap. He puts it up in
nice.
the air.
Oh.
That was a nice little slam and out there. Made it look like it was going to be a quick slant. Tried to get the corner to bite in and then go up into the corner. Looks like just wasn't quite enough. Looks like the offense is going to stay on the field rather than send in the field goal unit. So that is number 5, Nick Angel, coming off the field. He was targeted on that last play. Just a little bit too deep for him to be able to reach up and get. So 4th and goal from the 2. Cats have had a whole bunch of offense right now. You'd like to see him come away with something here, tie this game up. Motion across, Bazaar. Snap is to Ruskell. The give is to C.
Push.
And he
Is he in?
pounds in and
Yes.
a touchdown. Great read by Ruskell right there. give underneath. Offensive line got a great push. Looked like Anthony Campo got an extra block in there. Charlie Schmidt just rolling his guy. Tyler Jost, also big Yost Jost, your man, pushing him through into the end zone.
And I think it was Bizarre who sealed the end and kept him outside. Gave C some room inside to run.
Outstanding job. So extra point. Rudolphi, Stanulus on the hold. Rudolphi puts the kick up and good.
There we go.
And the Cats tie it up with and 2 plays into the second half.
That was a big drive. Not only did we get a big turnover there, but, man, make them pay for that. That's what we needed to do. They took advantage of our turnover, turned it into 6 the other way. We needed to come back.
After the high snap. So kind of I don't want to call it a messy first quarter, but a mistake first quarter that both teams took advantage of.
Congratulations to the boys golf team. Last Saturday, they came in 4th place out of 16 teams at the Buffalo Grove Invitational, scoring a 300. Carson Darnell shot a 1-under par 71 to take 3rd place overall. Michael Sefton shot a 75, Mitch Kenston a 76, and Michael Watt shot a 78. They play tomorrow at the Antioch Invitational. Good luck and go Cats.
Nice job. That was a 9-play drive that took 241 for 30 yards, because that's where we got the ball on that play. So the Cats will kick off now from their 40-yard line. Good to hear the voice of Mr. John Fischel rolling through again. As always, the voice of the Wildcats since the retirement of Bill Cosmano. But retirement can't keep Fish out of the booth. Kickoff is up, and it is to about the 10-yard line, 15-yard line. Warren sets up their wall. Nice tackle. There's a big gap. He's only got the kicker to beat. That's Matt Rudolphi. He's got an angle on him. Got to try and swipe his legs. And another big play for Warren Blue Devils. He hung up in that wall. Is that Melvin Pettis, coach, who got that?
That looked like, I thought that was number 3, Jason Dorsey.
Jason Dorsey. And the Blue Devils answer. Special teams hurting the Cats here. A blocked field goal last week, a kick return this week.
After the play, we have a sideline warning.
I thought he was in the 13.
On the Warren team.
So I couldn't get a number on who that was. It was Jason Dorsey.
That's what I thought, Jason, yeah.
On that big return, defensive back, running back for Warren. That's twice now that Warren struggled to get the proper people out there for their PAT. And the lineman running on. Number 11, Cale Bloomfield on the hold.
Low snap.
Brandon Hergenrader puts that through practically onto 176. And just like that, another 6 seconds later, the Blue Devils are up another score. So that is a quick turn of events.
Well, we have a second. Let's talk about bass fishing. The
We should talk about bass fishing more often.
The Libertyville High School bass fishing team kicked off their tournament season with a second-place finish at the Stevenson Invitational held on the Channel Lakes. The team of Ashley Marshall and Joey Bissing finished the highest of the 4 boats Libertyville fielded with a 2.87 pounds of bass. The team will compete again this coming Tuesday.
So the Cats once again have to answer. They don't seem to be getting much of a break here. They're always on the defensive. They're always on their heels so far this game. So we will see once again the Blue Devils kicking off from their left hash. 4 and 6. Blue Devils student section. Oh, looks like Hergenrader didn't like what he felt there, so they're shifting down to their right hash now.
Our receivers are switching sides. Ben Arnold goes over to the far side.
It's Ben Arnold and Patrick Conway once again.
Oh, looks like they're trying to keep Arnold in front of the ball.
So Hergenrader kicking off from his 40. Line drive kick is going to be fielded by Conway. He's got it at the 10. He's out to the 15. One man comes through the wall. Really kind of a breakdown there by the Cats kick return team. Two guys seeped through that wall. Conway didn't have much of a chance, and he gets the ball out to the 20. See, they're trying to set up a left wall right there. It never really gets set up. And that looks like number 26 who pushed right through Alexander
Yep.
Jodrich. So the Cats will take over from their 20-yard line, just shy of their 20-yard line, it looks like. Ruskell set to take the snap. Warren in their same defense. Ruskell's on the give. That's a big carry right there, around to the outside. Looks like we might have had more right there. We just couldn't get a block on the edge. Brendan Bazar on the carry for a solid 5 yards, but looks like it could have been more. That's where we need downfield blocking. So 2nd and 5 with 10:50 left in the first half here. Warren with their 4-man front four, backers off, corners back off right now. Ruskell on the give up front, and a big run and another big hit. Theodore Lowe with a big hit on Bazar. They are certainly hitting their money's worth on these.
Sure have.
So replay right here. You see Bazar on the give. He gets into the second level, but not before he gets a big hit, but not before a first down. So once again, the Wildcat offense keeps churning out yards. Czar in motion, coming over into trips. Ruskell on the give. Ball is on the ground, and Warren's got it again.
Third fumble for the Cats.
That one happened on the exchange. It's always hard to tell until you look at it at films real close what happened there. So we give the Warren Blue Devils a short field once again. So they're at the 35. Big
Pettis.
Pop up the middle for Pettis. He keeps his legs moving. He was met at about 5 yards, met again at about 7, and looks like he powers to maybe a first down.
Coach, let's talk about the defense for a second. What do you do as a defensive coach when you see 14 points up on the board, none of them, as your defense been on the field for, and now you've got a short field?
It's frustrating. You just have to rely on your game plan, know what you're doing. They come out in a tight here. We send up a blitz, it looks like. We're blitzing right at the gap they wanted to run, and we're able to answer and push back. But that is frustrating because, the points, it always seems like they're on the defense, but they haven't let up anything right now.
Do you think the defense starts to feel like they have to do more to try to get the ball back right away and can get out of sync in what they're supposed to be doing?
It definitely, you start to feel like a pitcher who doesn't have any offense, that you can't make a mistake. And that's a tough way to run a defense because you don't want to change what you do. You don't want to change your blitz. You don't want to change your aggressiveness. You can see Coach Budge dialing up another blitz around the outside here now. And Warren goes right there, and that completion is made. And that's going to be enough for a first down after they were driven back on that last run play. So now we got 1st and goal from the 7.
That was their other big receiver, Jalen Tolbert.
But back to what you were saying, that it does. It starts to add pressure to the kids on the field, and that's the coach who's got to try and keep them calm and keep dialing up the aggression. So Warren getting their plays in from the sideline there. Looks like they're going to need a timeout. Coach Brian McNulty didn't like what he saw going on there, whether it was the matchup or just some miscommunication. And they have 3, and there's only 9 minutes left in the half, so you might as well use them.
Well, Coach, we're getting some requests to talk about some more bass fishing.
Well,
They like that.
there's just not enough time to talk about all the bass fishing we would like to.
Let's talk about some of the athletes of the week. How about that?
That would be great.
Let's start with football since we're here. Jason C. was one of the athletes of the week. Last week against Batavia, Jason had 21 carries for 135 yards and 2 touchdowns in the Cats' triple overtime loss. The football team is in action tonight, and that's what we're seeing. Who else? We have Colby Roberts from girls golf. You mentioned her earlier. We'll get back to her in a second.
Both, by the way, that you mentioned so far, AP Euro alumni.
I don't know.
Jason
What
C.
is this
and
AP
Colby-
Euro you speak of?
and Colby Roberts.
Is that a class?
It is.
Oh.
It is. So Cats defense, their backs up against the wall, 1st and goal. You see our email there if you want to hit us up. Ian Schilling back at quarterback right now.
Oh, good.
And the give is to Pelvis, and he is bottled up. Looks like he's actually going to be pushed back about 2 yards. Wherever they mark the ball here. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 9.
Yeah, that was Pettis on the carry.
It was Pettis on the carry. So once again, we see Ian Schilling in at quarterback. He's going to look to throw. He's putting the
Deep
ball
corner.
up in the corner.
Out of
And it
bounds.
doesn't look like he was
Out of
inbounds,
bounds.
out of bounds. Great call by the ref right there. In the deep corner of our end zone. Pretty nice coverage. That was a heck of a ball.
That was nice, well-thrown ball.
That was Schilling to, was that Jones down in the corner, Coach?
Looked like Jones.
So that was a heck of a ball, but just not enough room. Nice break for the Cats, bringing up a 3rd and goal from the 11. The Warren Blue Devils operating on the cards from the sideline, made famous by Oregon a few years ago. The different combinations up there, different plays, depending on what order they're put up in. So Schilling, once again, is going to take the snap with a big back in his backfield.
For Jones, incomplete.
That ball is incomplete, bringing up a 4th and goal from the 10. Be curious to see if the field goal unit, and it does, it looks like Hergenrader and the field goal unit are going to come on the field. Just as a little check right here, just those of you who were with us last week against Batavia, Batavia is currently up 28-0 with 5 minutes left in the first half. So they're a team that we're going to be hearing a lot about in the coming weeks. They were one of the best teams in 7A. So Hergenrader lines up from just inside his 20. The kick is up, and that would have been,
No
no,
good.
that is wide. He had the leg, but it was just wide. So there's the defense showing some moxie there, Coach.
Well, that's what we were just talking about. Stepping up. All right, back to athletes of the week. We started talking about Colby Roberts from girls golf. The LHS golf team is off to a 6-2 start, and Colby has been a big factor. So far this season, Colby has shot 42 or under 4 times. She's dropped her 9-hole average by over 3 shots since last season. And her birdie on the 5th hole this week helped the Cats defeat Stevenson. The team will compete against Mundelein on Tuesday.
So the Cats get the ball back at the 20-yard line. The give is to Bizarre, who gets a little open running room and gets about 5 yards from the looks of things. Looks like the Cats want to speed things up a little bit here. Rusko coming over to the sideline, getting the call. We mentioned not a lot of personnel changes for the Blue Devils on offense. We don't see a lot for the Cats either on a play-to-play basis. But there is personnel groupings where you'll see some different receivers go in. We've got Nick Angel spread out here, Lucas Rossetti, both on the near side of the field. The give is to Bizarre, and he's around to the outside. Nice downfield block by Joe Horner. To help Bizarre get the first down. So we'll get a look at that. Rusko once again holds that nice and long, keeping the defender in for a longer time. And then Bizarre pounds ahead for a first down. First downs haven't been the problem, Coach.
Has not been the problem.
Yards haven't been the issue. It's keeping the ball off the deck. So we've got Horner spread out wide here. Trips to Rusko's left. The give immediately is to Bizarre. I'm sorry, that was to Jason C. My apologies. And picks up about 4. So clock's still moving here after a pretty rough 2 quarters. We have 3 fumbles, but still only chasing a score here.
I know, I think we could say it's been a little sloppy. One turnover for Warren, 3 for us.
And the Cats defense still hasn't given up a score. Rusko back, he takes a read. The give is to C, and he drives forward for a tough 9 yards. Jason C just keeps those legs churning. See big Charlie Schmidt coming over, or excuse me, that's Tyler Jost talking to the official. Or the official most likely talking to Tyler Jost, I should say.
Boy, we're about third in the length of the football?
Looks about like that. Warren still stays in their normal defense. Their Mike Backer starts coming up.
Oh, we have movement.
So that is going to go against the Cats most likely. Did you see the movement, Coach?
No, offsides on Warren.
Cheaters. Infraction.
You cannot do that.
So the Cats will get a first down there. A little help from the Blue Devils.
And once again, we're rolling.
Yep, moving the ball.
Hold the ball.
So first down from just on the other side of midfield for the Cats. Rusko takes the snap. The give is to C.
I think that's Bizarre.
The give is to Bizarre. Coach, I think the broadcast announcer should get a say in the uniform numbers and style from now on. Those are tough to see. Sometimes I feel like I'm just guessing.
We're giving it our best shot.
We are giving it our best shot. So still a pickup of 6 yards regardless of who got it.
That's right. We are rolling.
So it's still a long field. I mean, the Cats got the ball at the 25-yard line. And the way we've been putting the ball on the ground, you don't want to take extra plays to make a mistake here. Corners back off. Rusko goes ahead and gives that to Bizarre. Pretty sure this time.
Yes.
And he's going to get about 2. Setting up a 3rd and long 3 from the looks of it, maybe. So, and the clock is winding down here, too. We're down to the 5-minute mark in the half. Cats still have all 3 of their timeouts.
We just took one.
Looks like we took one. Discuss this. This is a big play here because it's an interesting part in the field. You're obviously way out of field goal range on the high school level. But punting, you risk it rolling into the end zone, and then plus you're giving Warren and their big play ability the ball back. But you don't want to give them a short field here. So this is kind of one of those situations where you want to make sure you get the right play in on 3rd down because there's not a lot of room for error here.
Let's talk about one more of our athletes of the week. Carson Darnell from Boys Golf. Carson shot a 1 under par 71 at the Buffalo Grove Invitational last Saturday. He finished in 3rd place as an individual and helped the team capture 4th place out of 16 teams in the tournament. As a freshman, Carson has been a consistent member of the varsity team and has scored in most of the invitationals. The golf team will tee off again on Saturday at the Antioch Invitational. And we might as well jump.
Always a good philosophy. So got a check-in here from a pregnant lady sitting on the couch eating ice cream. Maggie O'Neill said that she was so absorbed in the game and then had to ask Mama what absorbed meant.
Absorbed.
So Maggie, glad you're enjoying the game. Snap back to Rusko. He rolls out to his right, puts the ball on a line, and that is just overthrown.
Double coverage there.
That target was Horner there. So they obviously had 2 plays put in the huddle right there. Brendan Bizarre is going to come back on the field. They knew that that if that didn't work, they had another one dialed up right away. Maggie would also like to know if my wife had Mr. Mix's phone number because she wants to know why he's on TV.
Many people want to know that, Maggie. They want to know why I am on TV.
So my wife checking in via the email, which you can get us at WP Live at LHS Wildcats. Big fourth down here. The give is too bizarre.
Get
He's
that
around
corner.
to the side. He gets the corner, gets the first down, and a lot more. He's down the sideline
There we go.
into the end zone for a touchdown on a big fourth down play.
Touchdown. Huge. Well done.
Give Ruskell the credit for that ride right there. Give Coach Davis and Coach Jones credit for going for it. Nice block there at the point of attack by Ryan Cleary. Nice downfield block by Joel Horner. That's who sprung that play.
And Jason C. had a nice block in the backfield, helping him get around that corner.
Great play all around.
And the extra point is good. So here we are, 4 minutes and 46 seconds. Our defense has been doing the job. We talked about that, and right down the field we go. That was a nice long drive.
Nice drive.
I'd like to see the boys get paid off for doing that work. That was a nice job.
That was a great drive by the offense, and we needed a big play because I don't know that we had another 30 yards of churning down like that. The Warren defense is, they're bending but not breaking until that. And especially just with the turnovers in your mind, it's nice to get a big play and get a little bit of cushion there.
Absolutely. So the score is 14-14. Now, we got to have some good special teams play, huh, Coach?
Yeah, you can't have a letdown right here, and just can't. I mean, it's unacceptable enough to happen one time, but give Warren credit. They had a nice kickoff return, but when we get contact, when we get hands on him, we can't let that go through. So once again, from the indomitable Connie Kowal, that was an 8-play, 80-yard drive for the Cats, taking up 3:26, and just a huge answer for the Cats. Up and under kick's going to be taken at the 10. Warren once again gets their wall.
I'll keep them.
Gets their wall set up, and that's a block in the back.
There we go.
So nice job. So good outside contain there. They were cheating. Brian McCullough, great outside contain. He wasn't trying to rush downfield, get a kill shot, get a big hit, and that forced a block in the back. So that's a block in the back call. The ref decided to do it non-verbally. He does have a mic. Cat TV Wildcat Productions gave him a mic, but he's going silent style.
Maybe trying it now? Yep. See what he says.
We have a block in the back against the receiving team. First down.
All right, Coach. Let's keep this defense rolling. What do you say?
That's the big right here. So Blue Devils are back deep in their own territory. The give underneath, and he is through to the second level again. And touchdown saving tackle there.
That was Noah.
Noah Pant with a touchdown saving tackle. Man, for all our talk about their offensive line being smaller than Batavia, Pettis is getting to that second level fast. So just like that, that penalty's pretty much erased. They're out to the 40-yard line on one play. Bottled up a little bit here and slammed down to the ground by Bunsick. Luke Schmidt is back in the game. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a penalty. There's a flag there. That came in a little bit late. Either the ref made a late decision. We'll get the word here. Not sure what that call was.
It was on the Cats.
Unless they called it a face mask. It's a 15-yarder. I couldn't quite see the signal.
Here's the ref.
Ref is going to give us the call.
Personal foul
Against
the defense.
Boy, that's a tough one.
That's a huge penalty there. Gosh, that was a late flag. If that was on the tackle, that's unfortunate. So 4 minutes right now. Once again, Schmidt in a power I. There's the give underneath to number 21, Ramel Drake. And he's dropped after about a 2-yard gain.
I was talking to Wes Klepak this morning, Coach, about defense having to play against Warren, and he said that they know that the Warren team likes to chirp a lot after the play and that they had to just stay focused on what they were doing. They couldn't get caught up in that, and I don't know if it was something we said or something we did, but 15 yards hurts us.
Costly at this point in the game, taking that amount of yardage away from them, especially the way our defense is playing. So 2nd and 7. Schmidt is back. He's looking up in the air. The coverage is there.
Nice
and
play.
Great job. Great coverage by Noah Pant. Perfect turnaround. Excellent play. Kept a hand out. Man, I would love to know who his defensive back coach was his freshman year.
Yeah, who would that be?
I can't remember.
You can't
Coach.
remember,
I
huh?
don't, yeah, just so hard to keep track of.
Right. Maggie's dad.
I think so.
Maggie's
I
dad.
think
That's
so.
what I'm thinking, yeah.
Excellent play. I mean, that's like we said, that's a potential D1 receiver right there.
And he is big.
He is.
6'5". 6'5" and can run.
So now 3rd and 8. And Schmidt is back in the gun. He's dropping back. He's looking. The coverage is there
Same
once
way.
again. Cat has got a beat
Bingo!
on that. And that looks like it's Noah. Can't see. Get a
Brian
number.
McAuliffe, I think.
Brian McAuliffe. The coverage was there once again. Great coverage by Noah. McAuliffe with the interception. Got a replay here. Good pressure. That's Schmidt just putting that ball up, hoping his receiver can make a play. But there is number 13, Brian McAuliffe on the pick. Great play. Michelle Jones checks in. Wife of our head coach. She said to tell Maggie O'Neill to keep checking in because she changed the mojo for the Cats.
Mojo.
Thank you
Mojo.
for the shout out there, MJ.
Keep it up, Maggie.
Fantastic supporter of the program. So now the Cats will take over deep in their own territory. Ruskell standing at about his 3. The give was too bizarre, and he is driven back, but he got about back to the original line of scrimmage before getting dropped. You got to be careful here because you don't want to get too crazy. There's 2:50 left here. And you got to be careful about the field position game here. You'd like to get a couple first downs, even if you're not going to get something big, to get the ball out of the shadow of your end zone. So 2nd and call it 11. The give is, no, Ruskell's going to keep it and takes another big hit, but pounds forward for about 3 to set up a 2nd and 8.
I know this is important to you, Coach, but the Cubs are up 2-0.
Outstanding. Good for them.
Chris Bryant, another home run. That is
He's
a good young player, huh?
He's overrated.
Oh, okay, yeah. What is he? He's no, who's the third baseman for the White Sox right now?
I don't know that they have one, Coach.
Oh, Todd Frazier, yeah.
Yes.
That's what Hawk said. He's no Todd Frazier.
So now a 3rd down. Cats taking their time a little bit, letting this clock wind down. Coach Jones talking to the ref. I think they're going to wait to call a timeout with about 1 second here.
Well, we have a second. Let's talk about our last of the athletes of the week. Maggie Schutz, cross country. Maggie has been leading the cross country team early this season. She placed first for the LHS at the Lake County and Rebel Invites. This past Tuesday, she won the NSC Conference dual meet against Warren and Zion. The team will run again on Tuesday, September 13th versus Mundelein and Lake Forest. Sure, we have out on the field, we have the athletic trainers. We talked about them earlier, but if you could take a look, I can see Zach Zerwas out there and Jack Stevens, Mackenzie Vaniak, Ariva Siddiqui and Aaron Joyce. And, wait, I see Isabel Ferreira.
So the Cats will have the ball 3rd and 7 on the 12. Be interesting to see if Coach Davis takes a shot here. His MO is very conservative a lot of times, but he pulls one out just every once in a while that keeps people guessing. Now, Henry Schmidt checking in for us, graduated last year, holder of a couple LHS career records. He says, got to keep feeding the ball to Bazar, that the O-line is killing it. And I agree. Bazar's in motion right now. Rusko back. The ball is up in the air. That's to Joe Horner. Little incidental contact there. Nice coverage by Cale Bloomfield. And the Cats punt unit will have to come on. But there's Coach Davis taking a shot.
He did take a shot. You got me excited. You said Henry Schmidt checking in. And I'm looking on the field, figuring Henry Schmidt, he graduated. What do you mean he's checking in?
We could use him.
Oh, he's checking in.
Checking in via Twitter. That's at Cat TV Live. You can find us there.
I enjoyed watching him run downfield last year with the ball.
He did.
Other teams chasing him.
So we just got a score check-in. We'll get that after the punt. John Schlapper is 5 deep in his own end zone. No pressure from Warren. John gets a high kick that rolled over all the way back to the 50-yard line. Well fielded. Wes Klebeck and Brian McCullough. Great coverage. Great kick by Schlapper. That is going to be, he was 5 yards deep in his end zone, and that went to the 45 on the other side, bouncing about the 40. That sounds like a 50.
Numbers are hard.
65-yard kick.
But you got to go from the line of scrimmage, right?
Right, but actual time in the air, or yard is in the air.
Yards in the air?
Yards. Words are hard sometimes, too.
Pirate yards. All right.
So Warren gets the ball back with 1:30 in a tie game at about the 44-yard line. Cats walking their corners up, put a little pressure on. And that was the right call to make. Nice job. Walked Nathan Bowe up on the corner on this side and looked like Noah Pant on the other side. But that ball was deflected at the line. I wonder if that was Brendan Cook, who is the end on this side, or Bunsick, who got their hand up on that ball. So 2nd and 10 right now.
I think we had movement early.
Hard to tell what happened there. It looks like there was a lot of confusion.
I think the receiver on this side got a little jump.
One last check-in, and then we'll stop family time on the air. Maggie didn't want to listen to stories tonight before going to bed. She wanted to watch the game.
That's right.
So
you go, Maggie.
That is fantastic. Love to hear that. But she's fast asleep now. So
well, wake her up.
So that was motion by the Blue Devils, pushing them back to a 2nd and 15. 1:25 here. Cats still have one timeout. This play will be interesting to see what they decide to do after. We'll see what Warren gets here. Noah drops back. Reverse to number 4, Julian Tolbert. We got enough Cats staying at home, but nice little move by Tolbert, and he gets out again. Man, that cat is slippery.
Fast.
So here it comes. The reverse is set up well. The Cats actually have guys staying at home in the right place.
Oh.
Nice. There's the big block. We had guys in the right place. Big block. One missed tackle, and Tolbert is off to the races. Is that you, Tolbert? So Warren will have the ball with 1:14 left at the 25. Pass flushed out of the pocket. He's pushed ahead. He's going to get about 5 yards, but he is dropped down hard by Skylar Blacker, showing good hustle pursuit. The clock's just under a minute now. Blue Devils got to be feeling they're just kind of in with house money right now. I don't think they were expecting to get this offensive drive here. They're almost within field goal range of Hergenrader from what we saw in warm-ups and what they're willing to do. But right now with Ian Schilling in the backfield, I got to expect he's going to sling it out to one of his big receivers. 2nd and 5, he's putting that ball just up in the air. Once again, nice coverage.
I think it was Nathan Bowe on the outside.
Nice job. A lot of pressure on these defensive backs to make sure that they are covering these receivers all the time. Jack Sanders helping out underneath. So this brings up a 3rd and 5. I don't see why you just don't take another shot into the end zone if you're Warren. Got a check-in here, a very special check-in, Coach, from Brett Becker.
Brett, how you doing, man?
He is watching the game on the way down to Indiana University. He turned off the classic rock to listen to the game. So, Brett, thanks for checking in, man. Great to hear from you.
Hey, Brett.
Brian and Peggy, hope you're having a great weekend also. Hope the Cats can keep you entertained on the way to Bloomington. 3rd and 10, back to pass, rocket over the middle, and he is dropped hard at the 5. It's a 1st down with 27 seconds left. The clock is stopped as the chains get set. Would love to see the Wildcat hometown chains move faster. That was just a bullet in there into double coverage. And Warren's going to use their 2nd timeout.
Calling all students and staff who love to read and discuss literature, the LHS Book Club will meet on Friday, September 23rd after school in room 206. We will be discussing Elizabeth E. Wine's code name Verity. Is that, I pronounced that right? Verity? And
yes.
Snacks will be provided. If you have any questions, see Amanda Peter, Mr. Tooley, or Mrs. Wiggins.
Snacks.
We hope to see you there. Snacks.
Snacks will be provided.
We like snacks.
Tooley and Wiggins. That's a quality group right there.
They are smarter than I. Cats Against Conflict. Do you like to help others? Are you caring and compassionate? Are you? Do you like to promote peace and kindness? Please come to the Cats Against Conflict meeting on Tuesday, September 13th after school in room 1114. Any questions? Please see Mrs. Kelly in room 156.
So Warren has the ball 1st and goal on the 6 with 27 seconds left. They have those big weapons. Number 4, Jalen Tolbert out to the right. Micah Jones up top to the left. And that is Ian Schelling. And they moved early, so that'll push them back. I don't know that really limits their playbook at all here from the 6, now pushed back to the 11.
But it makes them sad, Coach.
It does make them sad.
It makes them sad.
Dead ball.
So Coach
Ball
Budge,
on
see
the
what
offense.
he has.
Please reset the clock to 27.
So trying to help out coaches Brian Zerkowski and head baseball coach Matt Thompson down there, figure out the clock a little bit. They could use all the help they can get, I suppose.
That was Kevin O'Neill, everybody.
Nothing but love for those two guys. Two of the best we have at LHS and everything they do. So once again, Schilling is in the back, takes the snap, straight gun, puts the ball up in the air, and that is a big-time catch. Out of bounds is the call. Micah Jones. That was a big-time catch, but even bigger-time coverage out there. So one-on-one coverage against a stud receiver. That's Noah Pant. And there's no doubt about that. He was out of bounds.
Yep.
Great call by the official.
And Jones had a little push-off on Pant there. Nice job.
Well, that's 6'5", 200 right there going against 6'1". What does Pant run? 160.
Not fair.
Yeah.
But it's hard, Coach. It's hard.
Poor Jones doesn't have a chance.
Nope.
Pant's had his number. So there's 23 seconds left. It's 2nd down. They can do that another 3 times. Up in press coverage now. Pant up on Jones. They're looking again. Oh, they got that across the middle, and the middle of that defense has been a rough spot for the Cats on pass coverage. Going back to Batavia last week, they had some holes. Cats brought some pressure there. Didn't get to Schilling in time. And the Blue Devils are up a score. So Hergenrader is set for the extra point with Cale Bloomfield on the hold. Oh, almost got a piece of that. And it goes off the crossbar, no good. So that is a missed field goal and extra point right now for a very strong-legged Hergenrader. But the Cats still down a score with 20 seconds left.
I think this is a good time to point out that Wildcat Production records many of the sporting events, fine arts, and other events here at Libertyville High School. If you would like a DVD copy of any of these past events, visit the LHS web store located on the Libertyville High School homepage. And they do a great job for us, don't they, Coach?
They do. They do a fantastic job. So kick return is getting set up right now. Once again, thanks to Connie for the stats on the drive. 56 yards in just 7 plays and 2:14, and most of that coming on a Melvin Pettis run of about 30 yards. So that's a tough play right there. If the Cats don't get a big 6 passes on that last drive, also interesting. So the only run play was the big run for 30. Well, if you have these receivers, just keep feeding them, I suppose, Coach. So a grubber kick so that the Cats cannot set up a big return. Although there's a big gap. And he's got a window.
Go.
He's got a window, just one man to beat. The kicker to beat.
Giddy up. Nice.
Cook is brought all the way down to the 30.
We got 8 seconds.
So that changes the game plan a little bit there.
That was Conway, right?
Yes, that is Conway, number 2, Patrick
job,
Conway.
Patrick. So what do we got? We got 1 timeout left, Coach. Time for a play and a kick. What do you think?
I don't know that we have that range from the field goal right there, so I think you got to take a shot to the end zone. So that was a 45-yard return by Conway. Big gap there, couple big blocks, hit that hole hard. So here we go, lining up. One man in the backfield. Ruskell's dropping back. He's putting the ball up in the air. He's got a man. Angel
You got it.
into the end zone.
Got it.
Yeah! Touchdown, Cats!
Angel.
I'm pretty sure that was Angel. I couldn't quite tell. Or is that Lucas Rossetti who caught that? So we'll get it on the replay here. Nice catch, turning around. I believe that is number 3, Lucas Rossetti.
I think he landed on the ball and he came down.
Might have knocked the wind out of him.
Big answer for the Cats.
Huge answer to the Cats. So as the Cats and the trainers are attending to what looks like Lucas Rossetti down on the field after catching that ball. Oh, So that was a 30-yard pass, Ruskell to Rossetti.
Our training staff led by Ron Russ, and some of the doctors are out there.
So one play, 32 yards, 5.6 seconds, precisely.
Are you sure about that 5.6?
5.6.
All right.
So training staff still tending to him. It's awful long for just the wind getting knocked out. Couldn't see anything.
All right. He's sitting up. It's a good sign. And he's up.
So still trying to get a number in there for you. That's number 11, Joe Horner. But I'm not sure if he was on the catch or if it was Rossetti. They are walking Horner off the field right now. It looks like he'll go right to the locker room. He's holding his wrist, and they have it covered. So we'll find out about Joe a little bit later. So Stanulus for the hold with Rudolphi on the kick with 2.8 left after that 5. How long was that drive, Coach? Not 5 seconds.
5.6.
5.6. Not 6 seconds.
Nope.
The PAT coming. Nice hands by Stanulus to get that snap down. That was a high snap. And just like that, the Cats are up 1.
What a wild first half.
So let's see. We had 3 fumbles by the Cats, 1 by Warren, 1 kickoff return by Warren.
One very quick drive by Warren at the end here at the half, and then a 5.6. Oh,
and
big kickoff return by us.
And a big kickoff return to the 30. So Coach Davis down there congratulating Ruskell on a well-thrown ball. Ryan Patrick Cleary coming over. The O-line giving him enough time there. Very nice job. So now there's still 2.8 left on the clock. You're going to do a grubber kick so that they can't get up a big return, but you can't have a letdown like the Blue Devils just had.
Is grubber a new term? I always heard squib.
Squib kick, sorry. Grubber is a rugby term that we use.
Oh, the rugby, here
squib
it comes.
Kick, squib kick is the more accurate football term. Thank you,
I just thought
Mr.
maybe
Mix.
it was new, because when I hit the golf ball, it's a grubber.
Yes, or worm burner.
Worm burner. Yeah, our O-line looking good out there.
Big O-line, Ryan Cleary, well, maybe not the biggest, but big heart. He runs 5'10", 180 in shoes with bricks in his pocket. Connor Lindsay, Charlie Schmidt, Kyle Patterson, and Tyler Yost-Jost of the Fjord going across. So we've got Kyle Bunsick, Wes Klepek. Who else is on this kickoff team? Brian McCullough.
Oh.
So line drive kick into the corner, bobbled a little bit. Cats have to make sure they settle and wrap him up.
There we go.
Nice job, and that'll take us to halftime. Woo! So, Coach, as we just kind of reviewed, after a wild first half, turnovers, fumbled snaps, couple quick drives, couple big kickoff returns, Cats are up 1-0 after.
I predicted all of this. I just want you to know.
You did. He did. You sent it all out.
All of this, man.
So after a pretty not neat first half, but the Cats are up 1 point, 21-20. So we will turn it over to Wildcat Productions, the Libertyville Marching Band, Palms and Cheers, and we will see you back on the other side of halftime. Thank you. Thanks. Was that a threat, Doctor? That's a lot of stuff. Yeah, a lot happened. Well, you weren't born.
How cool was it that Fred checked in?
That's awesome. I shot him a text last week to ask him if he was going to be watching. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's the Superman. Superman, Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Batman have captivated audiences in comic books and on the silver screen. The brave deeds and flashy costumes may only be outdone by their great musical themes, composed by such legends as John Williams, Neil Hefti, and of course Black Sabbath. The marching Wildcats give you Superman. power comes great responsibility. This next tune will get your spidey senses tingling as the band presents the classic 60s cartoon theme from Spider-Man. Billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, avenger, and drummer. We now feature the LHS drumline with Iron Man. Dark Knight, the world's greatest detective. The Marching Wildcats now give you another classic theme, Batman. Your varsity Wildcats featuring junior tuba soloist Gregory from Coleraine. The varsity Wildcats are under the direction of Adam Moore and Matt Karsten and percussion instructor Jonah Herpig. Drum majors are Chris Hanvogel, Allison Flores, and Ian Nagel. The varsity Wildcats would like to give a special thanks to all of their student leaders and parent volunteers for all of their assistance in preparing today's performance. Now let's go get a win, go Cats! All right, get those 50-50 raffle tickets out. So, winning ticket, you'll need to go down to the concession stand to collect your winnings. 2, 4, 5, 1, 2, 6. 2, 4, 5, 1, 2, 6. Go collect your half of the 50-50 raffle. In football action earlier tonight, Wildcat sophomore team lost to Warren 28-25. The freshman A football team will host Warren at the Brainerd Field tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, followed by the freshman B team. Congratulations to Wildcat athlete of the week, Jason C. Varsity team last week against Batavia. He had 21 carries for 135 yards and 2 touchdowns. Congratulations to another athlete of the week, Megan Schutz of the girls cross country. Maggie has been leading the cross country team early this season. She placed first for the LHS team at the Lake County and Rebel Invites. This past Tuesday, she won the NFC Conference Dual meet against Warren and Zion. The team will run again on Tuesday, September 13th versus Montaline and Lake Forest. Congratulations to the Wildcat athlete of the week, Colby Roberts of the girls golf team. LHS girls golf team is off to a 6-2 start, and Colby has been a big factor. Her birdie on the 5th hole, along with Skylar Quinn this week, helped the Cats defeat Stevenson. The team will compete against Montaline on Tuesday, September 13th at the Royal Glen Golf Course. Congratulations to the boys golf team for a 4th place finish at the Buffalo Grove Invite. And freshman Carson Darnell, another athlete of the week, was the bronze medalist at the tournament, shooting a 1-under par for 71. The boys golf team is at Antioch tomorrow for their invitational. Boys cross country team will be competing in the Wakanda Invite tomorrow. Wildcat varsity boys soccer team defeated Warren last night 2-0 with Brian Brick and Austin Becker scoring goals. They'll play at Wakanda High School tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Girls varsity swim team defeated Palatine earlier this week 126-16, and in a close meet last night defeated Warren 94-92. Girls tennis team defeated Montaline yesterday 5-2 and will play in the Buffalo Grove Invite tomorrow. Varsity girls volleyball team defeated Warren on Wednesday and is playing down in Effingham this weekend in the prestigious Strasburg Invitational. Attention Emma Gorman. Number 33, John Schlapper wants to know if you'll go to homecoming with him next Saturday night. We'll take that as a yes. Wildcat Productions is broadcasting today's game online. You can find a link to the game under school news on the LHSWildcats.org webpage. All right, and welcome back to Walter R. Johnson Sports Complex in Week 3. Here where the Wildcats of Libertyville lead the Warren Blue Devils 21-20. It was a wild first half, had 3 fumbles by the Cats, a bad snap by the Blue Devils, kickoff return for a touchdown by the Blue Devils, and a great kick return in the last seconds of the first half to set up a touchdown. Let's see, Coach Mix, wait a second. It's not Coach Mix next to me here in the booth. We got a special guest up here right now, Coach John Kuzieski, LHS alum, obviously football player, Libertyville royalty, son of longtime head coach. Kuz, welcome up to the booth.
Yeah, I'm going to have you come with me every week to give me that introduction. I don't know if I've earned all those words.
You don't get that everywhere?
No, not everywhere. So it's good to be back, obviously, at Libertyville and watching the Wildcats play tonight.
So you're going all over the Northwest Burbs. Tell us what you're doing.
Yeah, just in town recruiting. Obviously, I recruit Chicago and the state of Illinois for Cornell University in the Ivy League. So got a chance to see a rival opponent across the way, which I won't mention, but got to watch some of their players play and get the chance to watch Wildcats here versus the Blue Devils.
So what's it like recruiting the Ivy League? Obviously, you're looking for very particular student athletes. They have to meet the mold in the classroom and on the field. What's that like?
Yeah, it puts me in a great place because I'm always dealing with great kids that obviously understand the importance of academics and the world-class education they can get at our institution. But it's also, Division I athletics. So it's the best of both worlds, and obviously a school like Libertyville and a lot of the North Suburban Conference. And this area in particular has strong academics and great football, and obviously something I believe in. So it's been fun for me.
That's awesome. That's great. And we've been, obviously keeping track of you as the life of a college coach is bouncing around everywhere from Iowa State. And you got a hookup for one of our boys here at Iowa State. You helped him out.
Yeah, not allowed to mention names by NCAA rule, but there is a nice cat here going to the Iowa State University and a well-deserved honor by him. And now trying to get somebody to go join the Big Red here at Cornell. So
very nice. So you were over at another high school, so now I kind of gave you the rundown. 21-20, what do you expect the Cats to come out and do? What would you like to, or rather, I guess, what would you like to see them do?
I'd like to see them to dominate up front. Obviously, that offensive line has some size to it, and I think that they should enforce their will on the offensive side. And then, obviously, defensively, giving up 20 points in the first half, whether it was turnovers or special teams. I think they got to bounce back and try to hold them into a touchdown or less. Obviously, if they shut them out, they win the game. So I think that's got to be the message from them in the locker room.
Yeah, and that had to be something frustrating for Coach Budge. The defense only gave up that one late touchdown. Yeah. And so that's the fumble return for 6 and then a kickoff return. So Coach Budge calling a heck of a game here. Just like to see the scoreboard demonstrate that. Right now, the only difference is a missed PAT by Warren.
It'll be interesting to see right here. They get their first shot at it, so I think got a chance to set the tempo here early and kind of set the new half here. Whether they come out and kick it off.
We've got to make sure we get good kickoff coverage. Warren has a couple slippery backs back there who we've been having a tough time bringing down on initial contact. So Cats have a pretty full complement out there. They don't pull. They're not afraid to put their starters on the kickoff team. Brian Nelson out there getting it done. Mike Flanagan getting on the field as well. Number 30, R.J. Peperniak, former B-team bomber. Rudolphi kicks off from his 40, puts a short kick down into the corner. That scampers down to about the 10, 12-yard line into the corner. A guy not used to returning, but he gets out to the outside, and a big hit bringing him down. But that is number 19, Caden Fox. Real nice play, fielding a ball and then getting up and getting what he can get.
Yeah, they had great leverage. I just don't think they thought he was going to take off as quick as he did after he was able to corral that football.
Yeah, to gather that in. Nice block on the outside.
Yeah.
Warren always has their special teams prepared down all the way to the freshman level. So that should come as no surprise. Warren's going to come out there about at the 41-yard line, 1st and 10. Libertyville defense setting up. Number 26, Nathan Bowen, coverage over here on Tolbert. The give is up the middle. He's out to the second level already. Nice breakdown. Still can't bring him down. He's out to 10-yard gain out to the 45 opposite side.
Just the inside zone play cutting all the way back. So I don't know if Libertyville was stunning or just playing strong to the front side, but that thing wound all the way backside, and linebackers got to get it down the hole.
We've been having a bit of a problem over pursuing right now, and it seems like that might have come back to bite us right there. Wildcat defense very aggressive. Coach Budge dialing up plenty of blitzes and stunts underneath, but still got to stay home, make sure we stay true to our principles there. So this is Schmidt, it looks like, in the backfield. No, excuse me, that is Schilling again on the handoff.
That's more like it.
He has passed on most of the time he has been under center, or rather back in the gun. That one gets stuffed up, but still a 5-yard gain on a big, powerful run.
Looks like that Warren front is just getting a little bit of movement on that defensive line. I think that, I don't know if they're trying to stun or what they're trying to do to combat that, but they're getting to that second level, and that's, whether the linebacker's there or not, they're meeting him at 4 yards. So
We don't have a lot of personnel changes on the D-line this year. Blitz coming on the strong side here. Give is up the middle. Once again, met at the line, gain of about 1.
big third down. Brought the blitz right into it. Good call by Coach Budge. Obviously blitzing the strong side, blitzing that wing.
Coach Coos, we see Warren on a handful of plays here. They're using the boards on the side, those ones that were first popularized by Oregon. How much of that do you see in the Ivy League?
I'm not sure about the Ivies. We had them when I was at Northwestern University. And when I was a graduate assistant, got a chance to design some of those boards, so it's more fun than you think when you get to put some of the pictures and stuff on those.
I would imagine.
But when you're running a no-huddle tempo offense, any bit of layer to communicate is something.
Blitz is coming back, pressure on. That ball is tipped. Nice pressure being brought by Brendan Cook on a late blitz on the outside. That's going to set up a 4th and 5 for the Blue Devils in kind of an interesting position here.
Looks like they're going to punt.
They're bringing out their punter, trying to pin the Cats deep back in their own territory.
Got a good add-in by the linebacker on that last play. Saw the back in protection, decided to what you call a green dog blitz, and he's got kind of the ability to go wherever he wants and force the quarterback to get a little bit uncomfortable and throw it up into coverage. Good play by the linebacker.
Heck of a job by the defensive backs on these big, skilled receivers. Snap is back, nice tight. Ball's at the 50 from the punt, end over end. Gets it back to about the 20, takes the first bounce, and that takes a Blue Devil roll. Goes out of bounds at about the 6-yard line.
All right, I'm gonna work down to the sideline to do my job, but I hope you let me come back here in retirement. This is a place I want to be living here, into the future. If you're still going here in 20 years after those triplets, we'll get back on this.
Absolutely, Coach Coos. Thanks so much for joining us. Good luck on the recruiting trail.
Thank you.
And we'll see you around, sir.
Go Cats and go Big Red.
There we go. So after a turnover, Cats force a punt. Now we get Coach Mix back in the driver's seat.
B team is back.
The best in the business. That's what the B team is for. Ruskell on the give, hoping to get out of the shadow of their end zone right there. Powers out to the 4. That was Brendan Bazar. By the way, I got a correction just before halftime from Ross Fortini. He said he's tired of hearing Joe Honer's name mispronounced. He's been hearing it mispronounced since the 5th grade, so he's trying to help me get it right. It's Honer. It's Honer, not Horner. So, Joe, I'm sorry, buddy. Ruskell still in his end zone, takes the snap. The give is to Bizarre, and he's got some room. 10 makes the guy miss, out to the 20. He's still on his feet, pounding forward. Looks like he's past the 25. Very nice run for a first down, and the Cats needed that to get something moving.
Nice blocks on the outside by the receiver. They couldn't catch a number, but held up the defensive back. Let Bizarre make this little cut up in here.
Great block on the outside there. Good hands. That's number 5. Nick Angel with some downfield blocking. Keeps his hands on. Bizarre keeps his legs moving even after he slips the block. 1st and 10 for the Cats at the 26. Bizarre in motion, getting out to the trip slot there. Ruskell takes a slightly high snap. The give is to C. Underneath, rumbling, stumbling. And he powers his way forward. Again, the problem wasn't first downs for the Cats in the first half. The problem was holding on for the ball. Once they started to take care of that, a few nice drives for the Cats. Coach Mix is back here with us in the booth. And here we got Ruskell, that is Rossetti in motion, rather, excuse me. The give is to C, and he's got a lot of room on the outside. Great downfield block. And he's going to power his way to the 40.
Oh, late hit.
And a late hit, tacking another 15 onto that.
Cannot do that.
Great downfield block. Once again, good plays becoming great plays when wide receivers block. That might have been Bryce Parker out there with that downfield block. Personal foul. That's going to tack on another 15. Nice drive to start the half here after a great defensive stop for the Cats.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul against White. First down.
Late hit out of bounds. You cannot do that. Snap to Ruskell, rolls to the right.
Balls it up. That is to Rossetti. Drags the first man forward. That's Lucas Rossetti, 5'10", 165, if that. Pulling that defensive back downfield with him. Not sure what the refs are coming over here to talk about. There's a flag in the backfield. So there is the, looks like we're going to get a hold call maybe up top there. Nice play by Ruskell. Nice play by Rossetti. That is indeed the initial sign.
Let's hear what Mr. Referee's going to say.
We have holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Just got a little handsy
Replay
up
first
there
down.
at the top. So that's going to push the Cats back to a 1st and 24. The Warren student section has a comment about that. Always nice to hear the positive cheering by the fans rather than the negative cheering. So 1st and 24. Ruskell drops. He's going to tuck it and run right away. That was a designed run, and he's hit hard after a gain of about 4. Chopped down at the knees. Nice tackle. Ruskell pops back up. Again, Ruskell, keep in mind, 6'3", almost 200.
But he's taken some shots.
He has. He has taken a few shots. So, second and call it 20. Screen pass, backside. Oh, make sure that ball is down. Make sure it was forward. Brendan Bazar just barely can't hold on to that. So that'll set up a 3rd and long here.
Ruskell with a little bit of a jump pass.
Trying to get that out quick. So be curious here. This is interesting down and distance here. 3rd and forever, 3rd and 2 sticks for the Cats, but well into Warren territory. This is where you have to start thinking. Are you taking 2 downs to do this? Are you doing it, trying to get it on 1? Bazar in motion. Ruskell takes a snap. He drops back. Nice pocket. He's putting the ball up in the air. He's got Bazar.
Nope.
2 Blue Devil defenders end up over in the vicinity. That is incomplete to Bazar. It's going to set up a 4th.
It was good coverage by Jason Dorsey and Cale Bloomfield for Warren.
And they are going to go ahead and send out the punt unit from the looks of it. Schlapper will be punting from back by his 50 from the looks of it.
We've had a few issues on our coverage teams, Coach. You think you go for the corner here?
I think you got to try and put it out of return. You see they're all the way back up at about the 20. Uh-oh, bad snap.
You got time, kick it. Nice.
And he gets the kick off. That gets pretty lucky.
And there you go.
Takes a fortunate, wow. Wow.
Just like they drew it up.
Great individual effort by Schlapper to get that ball, stay calm, and punt that. Punters are told, no matter what, try to get that ball off. It's better to get a short kick than to have you try to run it. Now, Schlapper's a heck of an athlete, but the blocking isn't set up there for a punter to run. So, Coach Budge's defense once again is going to take front and center stage here as the Cats are packing it in a little tight on them. That is a give up the middle, and that is stuffed for nothing. Nice play right there by the Cats defense. So that pickup of only 2. So 6:20, we're halfway through the first quarter, and so far both have just kind of bounced back and forth. Third quarter. Snap is back. That is Schmidt once again. He's rolling, and he's looking deep, and he's got a man. Nice coverage.
That was Noah again, I believe.
Noah Pant. Jones had a step on him, but Pant was in there enough. Great coverage once again. He is shutting down a pretty darn good receiver.
Nice play.
Excellent play by Pant. That's a lot of pressure because you can't let him get too far.
Again, Micah Jones runs 6'5", 200, and can run. And Pant has been lined up across from him the whole game.
Yeah, they're definitely putting him on them, their best cover guy. So Pant's got about an 8-yard cushion right now. Rolling back, looking up the middle, slippery running, and he is going to be stopped short. Depending where they spot that, they could be 2 or 3 short.
Looks like a good spot for them. Maybe a yard?
Oh, yeah, that is definitely a favorable spot. Ramel Drake doing a lot of blocking in the backfield. He hasn't gotten but 1 carry. Cats come up, nice wrap up, but great second effort there by Luke Schmidt to get that close.
And
still looks like
punting.
They're sending the punting unit out. So not wanting to take a chance deep in their own territory. Although they had some trouble with this connection last time. Oh, that's cheating. A jump there by the gunner for Warren. So now the Cats are going to bring out a different punt personnel. I think they just didn't get their proper punt team personnel out the first time because they wanted to make sure they had a defense
Dead
out.
ball. False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 4th down.
They wanted to make sure they had their defense out in case Warren ran a play. So now with that false start, they're able to
5-1-5 on the clock.
They're able to get their punt return personnel on the field. So that is back to punt. That's Ian Schilling, the quarterback. That's a slightly high snap, too. He
Short
gets
punt.
that ball off high, short punt.
Get away from it.
Fair catch coming. Nice play right there, number 13. That's Brian McCullough. Fair catch right about midfield. Defense just the job again, Coach.
Yeah, and I like the fair catch call because we've seen some really crazy bounces. Comes up there in traffic, makes that fair catch, doesn't risk that ball, bounce another 20 yards downfield.
Hey, got a couple check-ins here. Carter Olson checks in for us. Nobody can stop Bizarre. Says nobody can stop Bizarre. I think you're right. Kid's a truck and a speedster. Ruskell back here. Takes a snap. He rolls out to his right. Lots of time. Good coverage. Nice block. He's going to tuck it and run. This is where he fumbled the first time. And holds onto the ball and powers forward. That's a nice confidence-building run for Ruskell, too. We're going to see a big block coming from Jason C. over. Gets to the outside, sees Ruskell's going, comes back, throws a big block. So, Coach, that defensive stop there for the Cats, there was something special about that. That was the first 3 and out we have held them to all game. So our defense is doing the job.
That's surprising.
It is.
I didn't remember that. That was a surprising stat.
Give is to Bizarre around the right, and he's got a little room. Ben Kimpler checking in. Ben Kimpler at Miami, Ohio right now. Down in Oxford, he checks in, says the defense is looking good whenever their number is called. And for as well as he played for the Cats and the player he was, he should know a thing or two about good defense. So
He's out there at what, Miami of Ohio, right?
yep, Oxford.
Nice.
So Ben, thanks for checking in. Glad you're checking in with the Cats, and hope is all is going well with the Warhawks, Redhawks.
I think it's Redhawks.
I think it's Redhawks as well. Bizarre goes in motion. Rusko on the give underneath to C. Gets to the second level. Nice job by the O-line getting him to the second level. Cats are still winning 21-20 right now. Matt Bana, also an LHS alum, is checking in. We're down to 3.5 in the third. And the Cats are up 21-20 due to a missed extra point by Warren, and they are driving. So second and call it 5. Oh, bad snap. Ruskell's just going to go ahead and fall on that. Looks like he tried to field that off the bounce. And my guess would be the play was going to the right. And since he was going to the left, he didn't want to take any chances right there. So that's the first hitch in our giddy up here. So that's going to set up a 3rd and 11. Once again, in the, into Warren Blue Devil zone, but not far enough for a field goal attempt. Maybe too far out for a 4th down attempt. Ruskell's rolling. He looks over the middle. Oh, that ball he just got a little bit tight on. He was looking for
number 5
for Nick Angel, big target.
And here we go again with the punt team.
So once again, a short field to punt on. Last time the Cats had a problem with the snap on this. So Schlapper back to punt. He's standing with his heels at the 45. Snap is back, but Schlapper can't handle it, but no pressure coming. He gets off a high end-over-end kick. Hopefully it takes a good bounce for the Cats. It does, bounces a little bit. Get away from that ball, Warren guy. That's not a very smart play. And it rolls down to the 12-yard line for the Cats. So a little bit of special teams miscues still happening here for the Cats.
And that snap seemed to be pretty good. Just a little mishandled, huh?
Yeah, hit him in the hands. Sometimes you think so much about that short field and what you're going to have to do with it. You forget focusing on the first part, which is getting the ball.
Yep.
So Cats D again has the Blue Devils back deep in their own territory. It's on the, they're calling it the 13. I'd watch for a quick big play right here. Cats are stacking the line. Oh, and the give is to number 22 to Pettis around the end. And he is wrapped up. That's about the quickest we've tackled him.
That was Wesley Klepak on that tackle. Came from that second level, got right through the hole, brought him down while he was still running parallel to the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the band back out once again. Love to see them out here for the second half. They get a little snack and come back out refreshed.
Snack and then attack.
So this is a 2nd and 9 call, dropping back, looking to air it up. Cats have guys in good position. That ball's just thrown out. You know, it looks like they're used to being able to connect on that easier, and the Cats defense is just there.
Oh, we got a player down. It's Patrick Conway.
Looks like he's cramping from where he's
looks
grabbing
the back of the
here.
calf. Ron Russ, head of the training staff, out to talk to him.
Got anything else going on at the school, Coach? Any other reads for us?
We sure do. Well, we got this time. Let's talk about the film club. Hey, film fans, come watch Captain America Civil War this Tuesday, September 13th after school. The day after it comes out on home video. Do we call it video anymore? I'm not sure. Meet in the library classroom at 3 o'clock. Everyone is welcome. See Mr. Schmidt for more info about the film club. Robotics team members, please pick up permission slips outside room 2103. I love the robotics.
Domo arigato.
Mr. Roboto.
CC.
There we go. All right. Up. We're up and at 'em. Here we go.
So that's going to set up a 3rd and 9 for the Blue Devils here. Brian McCullough out in front of you. Noah Pant, who's been everywhere, all over Micah Jones. Jack Sanders out on the field, playing that safety position. So changing the defensive call here, looking over at Budge. We've got hand signals. They're reversing the safeties. Brian Nelson is coming over the top, coming over on the right side with McCullough going over Micah Jones on the defensive left. Got Ben Arnold of some late game heroics last week. He is lined up head up on Tolbert. Blue Devils take the snap, the drop back, winged over the middle. Oh, and a great catch. Big hit going by McCullough, but give Micah Jones a lot of credit. He held on to that ball despite taking a big hit. It's a big-time throw, too. I mean, I guess it helps when he's 6'5".
Still a heck of a play.
Yeah.
It's like watching college football.
It was a nice catch. And here the signs coming in from the sideline again. They seem pretty intermittent with that. It's not an all-the-time thing. So Cats unable to stop them 3rd and long from deep in their territory. The give is underneath. That's only the second run for big Ramel Drake. 5'8", 220. That's a big boy. He's making the most out of his carry. That's only the second time he's got the ball.
And is it coincidence that Skylar Blacker comes in the game at this point?
So nice play there. Blue Devils just trying to change it up just a little bit. Drake's been doing the job blocking in the backfield for his 2 different quarterbacks, for Schmidt and Schilling. And gets a little glory there himself, gets a carry. So that'll bring up a 2nd and short, 2nd and 3 right now. That's Pettis once again in motion. The give is to him around the outside.
Oh,
Cats, great
nice
job.
That was Bunsick again, I believe.
Bunsick holding job on the contain. Big.
No, maybe that was Brendan Cook, number 7. That looked, we thought it was Bunsick, but I think it's Brendan Cook.
Big Jake Vestine, 6'3", 225, coming out on the kick-out block for that. But the Cats are able to maintain, contain, and we'll go to the end of the 3rd, still holding that 1-point lead.
Maintain, contain. I like it.
Hey, just once again, for those of you who weren't sure what a ball club Batavia was, they took down Streamwood 56-7 just a little bit ago.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
So
we talked about it earlier, but it bears repeating. Go to the LHS homepage to register for the 24th annual Red Ribbon Coos Classic 5K race or walk or fun run on Sunday, October 23rd at 10 a.m. This year's race will kick off the beginning of Red Ribbon Week at LHS to support drug and alcohol prevention programs in the LHS community. So come on out.
Another local score update here. Fremd is beating New Trier 38-21. That's the New Trier that rolled this Warren team last week, doubled them up, and they are getting beat by Fremd now 38-21 with about 6 left in the 4th. So they got started a little bit earlier and are going. So,
all right, 4th quarter. Time to get it done.
So defense still on the field. I'd be curious to see time of possession, Coach, because we've had some great drives, but I still feel like our defense has been on the field an awful lot. So 3rd and 5 from the 35. Snap is back, quick slant to the outside.
Stick
Haven't
'em.
seen this play.
Nice.
That was complete to number 85, James Short. But he's going to be short, but not by much.
Coach Budge seemed to have smelled that one out. He was pointing right to the spot before the snap.
Oh, and the clock is still running. He didn't get out of bounds. Not that that matters huge at this point, but that makes the decision.
It's still a 4th and 2.
makes the decision have to happen that much faster for the Warren coaches, and they send out the punt team. Although they look like they're still short one guy. Nope, just kidding. They got him. So nice tackle there. Nice open field tackle to stop the first down. Snap is back in the hands. It's a high kick. Doesn't turn over. Fair catch is called.
Fumble.
McCullough loses a handle, but is able to grasp it back up at the 20. Really only cost him about 5 yards. So once again, Wildcat defense comes up.
Hey, if you'd like to get a copy of this game, any other sports events, fine arts, go to the LHS webpage. Order a DVD. It's on the web store. Get one. They're good stuff.
This game, anything that Wildcat Productions does.
Anything they do.
So Ruskell will take over. That's Rossetti in motion. The give is to C going the other way, or rather Bizarre going the other way. And he's wrangled and kept in bounds after a gain of just about 1.
Good word, wrangle.
Thanks.
You are a wordsmith.
I talk good sometimes.
You do. Hey, good news. The Cubs won. Magic number is down to 7 for all you Cubs fans.
Where's this Cubs love coming from a Mets fan?
I'm just trying to please the audience.
You are a pleaser.
That's what I try to do.
2nd and 8 from the 23. Ruskell takes the snap, the read, the ball is up. And
yes,
kept his feet moving. Jason C. stopped at the line of scrimmage but kept churning forward, able to turn nothing into a gain of about 3 yards, setting him up a much more manageable 3rd and let's call it 6. Oh. Coach Gores is calling it 5, so we'll call it 5.
5 yards.
Once again, we are interactive. You can email us at WPLive@LHS Wildcats, or you can hit us up on Twitter at CatTV Live. Ruskell takes the snap. He's back to pass. Pressure coming. Never saw it. Never saw the coming. Takes the sack. That's going to be a loss of about 7, and the Cats are going to have to send the punt team onto the field with just over 10 left.
Tale of 2 halves, Coach. That first half, all the mistakes and big plays. In the second half has just been a ground and pound and a war of attrition. A lot of punts.
Yeah, it's been a field position game. Neither team wanting to relent. Neither team's really taking chances, even when they're in the other's territory. Would rather push them back. So now we have some difficulty on the snap. That one a little low. Schlapper gets his hand on it, gets off a nice big kick. That's going to chase the Warren returners back to the 40. Good coverage here. BMAC can't quite get a hand on him. Gets a return out to midfield, and then a big hit. Looks like that might have been number 52, Will Hare, who said, "I will end this return right now."
You will fall down.
It's a nice job. But Warren still gets the ball on the other side, on the Wildcat side of the 50. So that is LHS's first 3 and out, according to Connie Kowal once again. So Kowal, excuse me. So thank you for the stats there again, Connie. Oh, new running back in the backfield.
Keeper.
That was number 34, Rashad Walker. But the keeper was by Ian Schilling.
Shut down by Kyle Bunsick.
You wonder if that is an adjustment because of an injury or if the coaches are just trying to get something going that wasn't going before. We haven't called Walker's number at all yet tonight. I still get the feeling, Coach, no matter how good our defense is playing right now, we're still going to need another score in this game.
I agree with you.
So that is just Walker in the backfield there again, stepping up to block. Ball is up in the air. Libertyville has the coverage.
Oh, almost.
Nice outstanding job.
That was Nathan Bowe.
Nathan Bowe on the coverage. And he forced Micah Jones to become a defender. He forced Jalen Tolbert to become a defender. Bowe had perfect position on that. And there was nothing for Tolbert to do except try to make sure Bowe didn't catch it.
So we're up to 3rd and long again, 3rd and 10.
I feel like this is where Warren's gotten a lot of their best plays on a 3rd and long situation. See what Coach Budge has dialed up.
Noah Pant up on Micah Jones on the far side of the field.
So ball is
and looking down the middle.
Looking down the middle. That's been a soft spot, but
There you go.
that's too deep. The soft spot, I shouldn't say that. The soft spot hasn't been deep in the middle. It's been tight in the middle.
Right around the 2nd level, right?
Right, especially near the end zone. It's just hard for backers to keep up with running backs and slot receivers for that long. So another forced punt. So back to punt. That is once again McCullough. Gets off a high punt. Fair catch called it about the 20. Handled cleanly. Couldn't see a number on that. McCullough, I think, was on the other side.
I think it was 13 again.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was B-Mac, Brian McCullough once again. Yep. And Noah Pant was back deep also. So Cats offense will take over deep in their own territory. Could use a nice drive here. 8:38 left. Ruskell takes the snap of the give. Bizarre pounds forward, but really only picked up, really just got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe picked up one.
Looks like they're giving him one.
So right back to the line of scrimmage. Clock still running. Looked like he had a gap there for a second. Warren defender did a nice job slipping off a block and wrapping up. So here comes the Cats out of the huddle. The offensive line being asked to do it again. Ruskell rolls to his right, pumps once, and then throws the ball out of bounds. Wasn't where he wanted right there. Receiver wasn't in the position. Defender was underneath. You know, Warren, as advertised, coming in with a lot of blitzes, they've been keeping guys back. They've really only been rushing with 4 for most of the game. I think that has to do with the fact that they're trying to stop the run.
Right, I agree with you. And I think they've been getting some really clean shots on a lot of our players. Ruskell, I think, is starting to show a little bit all these hits. He's running to the sideline. He's running a little gingerly if you watch him run back out on the field now. So I think they're starting to take toll. So I think you're right. It's gonna take us grinding down and getting another
10-yard
score.
penalty or half the distance. Replay 2nd down.
I didn't hear what that penalty was. But it's a 10-yard penalty, half the distance to the goal line. Oh, it looks like it was a hold call. I didn't even see a flag come out.
Either.
So that's going to set up a 2nd and 21, way back in our own territory. Ruskell on the give. Nice spin there. That is Jason C.
You do like the spin, Coach.
He hits that spin. He hits that well. And he gets back out to the original line of scrimmage, maybe just out before, just a little further. So there's a nice gap right there. Nice block by Charlie Schmidt. There's the spin, and you see he keeps his legs moving. And so that'll bring up a 3rd and call it 8 here for the Cats. Wonder if we're going to see that read again. We got 2 in the backfield. We haven't run this formation very much tonight. Keeping 2 in for max protection. No, it was a screen. It was a screen, and they sniffed it out. So Ruskell smartly threw it right towards the legs of Brendan Bizarre. I don't think the Warren guy so much sniffed out that screen as he happened to be in the right place.
Absolutely. Another punt, Coach.
So the special teams will have to get it done again. Need another big punt with the always dangerous Jalen Tolbert back to receive. Looks like the Blue Devils only have 1 guy back now. They've been having 2 guys. So I don't know if that means they're going to send in for a block right now. Looks like they are. Looks like they're being a little more aggressive.
Oh,
That ball,
there
that
it
snap
goes.
is way over his head. Schlapper gets it off miraculously, and that ball's going to take a
Rolling.
Libertyville bounce.
Oh, my God.
Wow, very fortunate.
Unbelievable.
Warren was indeed bringing the pressure. Schlapper once again with a tremendous athletic play.
Boy, that was headed for the back of the end zone, Coach.
That's a safety, that's a touchdown. There's all kinds of bad things that can happen. So give John Schlapper a lot of credit there for collecting himself and getting that punt off.
All right. But Warren, once again, starting on our side of the field. Defense, got to be stout. Here we go.
So we've got Schilling back. That ball is given to, nice team
Gang
tackling
tackle,
there.
yeah, gang tackle.
That was Rasheed Walker once again, a late entry to the game.
You know, Sean Neal hit him first. I think that was Sean Neal. Is that possible? Or was that 56?
I think it was Ryan O'Malley who might have gotten hands on him
O'Malley
first.
hit him first. And then everyone else has followed. It was a very nice gang tackling.
So that'll set up a 2nd and 11. They haven't been in this situation too much. They've had a lot of 3rd and 8s, but this is 2nd and 11 here. Cats not sending anybody, staying back. Quick pitch. Quick zip out. And they're going to say, Cats are saying he didn't catch it. Doesn't matter what the Cats say, though. The call is a reception. The refs overrule that. Nice coverage there. That was a quick slant. Almost jumped that one just underneath. Tolbert was lucky to get his hands on, Jones was lucky to get his hands under
but
that
he's
one.
such a big target. He got his body in there and kept Noah Paint from getting
number
a hand.
21, Ramel Drake, is once again back in the backfield. He's usually back there for max protection. This is a 3rd and 7. Big 3rd down for the Cats. Noah comes up and press coverage. They are just pounding.
Nice.
Oh! They were just pounding Micah Jones, not letting him get out clear.
Brian McAuliffe almost stepped into that one. Looked like he was a little mad at himself for not grabbing it.
So Ian Schilling, again, it looked like he was putting that ball out there just with the assumption that Jones was going to get clear of
There
that.
again, yeah. We
So
had
we'll
two
see.
people back. Now we're just down to one.
Doesn't look like we're sending much of a block. Oh, but we got it, just like I said.
Get away from it. There we go.
That's fantastic. Kyle Bunsick with a huge play. We didn't send any more than normal. He just got in. Tremendous athletic play. And that is going to flip the field around for us.
Yep, we're going to take the ball on the 41-yard line. Kyle Bunsick got that hand up and got in there quick.
Big time play right there. So Rusko back, rolling to his right. Got a man in
the
right
slot.
to sit in the seam.
There you go. Seam.
That is to Nick Angel. So you see Rusko rolling to his out, and Nick Angel just settles in that seam. Rusko just drops that ball in there. So Cats come out of the huddle. A little bit longer in the huddle there than they've been taking. Rusko, the read, the give. Lots of room for Bizarre, and he gets out to about 9 yards, it looks like, before getting out of bounds.
Now we're rolling. Keep it going, boys.
So this is nice, churning up the field, flip the field position around a little bit. That big play by Bunsick. So Cats come out of the huddle. The ball was out of bounds, so clock is stopped. It's just under 5.
Keep.
Rusko keeps and he bounds forward. He gets a first down and a couple more.
Keep that clock moving.
So Rusko hasn't kept it nearly as much as maybe I thought he was going to in the game plan. There's the pull. There's the defensive end crashing hard. And Rusko reads that and comes through and gets to the second level quick.
Boy, he's very good at that. A lot of patience holding that ball in there.
It takes guts in there. And the clock is still rolling. Like we said, Cat's probably going to need another score here to seal the deal. That give is to Bizarre.
No, that's Jason C.
C, like I said. And you saw that was actually a real heads-up play. He got held up there and realized he was getting held up, so we went ahead and went down, not giving Warren a chance to strip that ball.
All right. Warren's going to start thinking about using timeout soon, don't you think?
Well, they have to. I mean, you're getting this interesting spot on the field. You want to play down and distance. My guess would be if they get a good stop here, you might think about it. So, Coach Davis has everything lined up to the left. The give, once again, is to C. And from where the line judge is, that could be enough for a first down. He's stopping the clock. That's a first down.
That's a big run. Up, Warren player down. Here comes the training staff.
So Warren player down. Cats are coming over to the sideline right now. They're going to get a chance to talk with Coach Davis, find out what the plan is.
Up on his feet, number 46, Taylor Kraus, defensive lineman. It's good to see him up and walking off.
Walking off under his own power. It is senior night tonight, so all the senior poms and cheerleaders, besides the football and band, got to get honored tonight with their parents.
All right, 1st and 10, and the clock is still running. We're coming down to around 3 minutes.
So Ruskell takes the snap. The give is to Bizarre, who gets a corner, gets a hand,
out of bounds,
and is forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4, 5.
Easier said than done, but you want to go down in bounds, Coach?
That's a tough play. They were running to the short side of the field as it was. You'd love to stay in bounds, but not if it means giving up yards. You'd like to keep churning yards.
Keep churning yards, okay.
Because as you push the defense back against the end zone, that puts more pressure on them as well. So a nice drive by the Cats here, eating up clock. Now we just got to make it count. That is Bizarre in motion. The give underneath to see. No, Rusko's going to keep it.
Puts his head down. Nice job.
Runs forward, lunges forward. Looks like he's right at the line. They're going to go ahead and call that a first down. Here's the replay. You see Rusko keeping that in. They've got to respect that run. Great block out there on the side.
Might have got away with a little bit of a hold there.
Fortune favors the bold, Coach.
The bold. Okay. I'll remember that.
So 2:50, and the clock is winding down. That is Rossetti in motion. Rusko takes the snap. He's going to go ahead and give to Bizarre, who's got a seam, and he is in for a touchdown.
Boom. Well done. Huge drive, Coach.
So now you kick the extra point and put yourself up where worst case scenario, Warren can tie it up with a 2-point conversion. But that is a tremendous drive there by the Cats. So that is a big-time drive by the offense there. Big-time drive by the offense. Kick is up, and it is good for the Cats to go up 28-20. And how big is that that missed extra point now?
That is. That upright saved us a point. Now it's going to come back and hunt him. All right, good time to remind you. We like our team physicians here at Libertyville. They do a great job. Dr. Tom Baer, Dr. Mark Smith, both in orthopedics. Dr. Greg Corvetti, internal medicine. Our athletic trainers, Ron Ross, Sarah Wright, and our student athletic trainers that are assisting on the sidelines, Isabel Ferreira, Aaron Joyce, Ariba Siddiqui, Mackenzie Vanyek, Jack Stevens, and Zach Zerwas. Great job to all of them.
So that was a 59-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 56 seconds and took 8 plays to do so. So tremendous job right there by the Wildcats offense. Give a lot of credit to our big offensive line.
All right, comes down to special teams again. Here we go. We got to cover. See what we do. If we go deep, nope. Squib kick.
Squib kick, kicking that short. It's picked up at about the 20. That's number 25,
Nice.
Jaden Quartery. And he scrambled up.
Looks like they're going to start around the 29-yard line.
So they will get the ball with 2:30 left.
Now, they are still sitting there with 3 timeouts. We had talked about whether they were going to use them on defense. They still have all 3.
So Cats defense has been answering the bell time and time again. They line up. There's that quick out over there.
Contain.
Oh, don't let a big play. Okay, that clock is going to the first down, but the clock will get wound as soon as the chains get moving.
Good step up and tackle by Ben Arnold.
So they're obviously trying to stop the big play from happening. And they get that underneath route. You got to make sure you keep Tolbert and Jones. Don't let them get loose. 2:15 the ball. They're going right out to Tolbert. He's going to try to come back across the middle, and he is chopped down, going to be just short of the first down. So that's not going to stop the clock.
Looks about 2.5 yard.
That's fine. Keep that clock moving. 2 minutes left right now, under 2. They're audibling at the line. Tolbert telling Schilling what he wants. He's looking deep, and that ball's overthrown.
Nice, D.
Nice bracket covering there. 2 Cats. That's Arnold, and I didn't
Nathan
get
Bowe.
the other
Nathan
number,
Bowe.
Nathan Bowe.
Yep.
Just doing a tremendous job keeping him bottled up. So that'll set up a 3rd and short. Really, they can take another shot downfield right here.
Definitely 4 down territory.
Well, for sure.
All right.
But you can do it on this play or on the next play. Although Romel Drake is in the backfield, and he's been one of their blocking backs primarily. Oh, good pressure from the Cats. Oh, but that's their running quarterback. Luke Schmidt stepped up and got a first down. So here's the replay. Good coverage. Spin move to the outside by Bunsick. Opens up a little bit of a lane. Schmidt doesn't need much. That might have been a run first play for him. Snap is back. Ian Schilling once again in the backfield.
He's
no,
looking
Schmidt
out.
is, and he's looking up. And that ball is knocked out. Good coverage once again. Downfield. Was that Bunsick running with him? No, that's number 13. I apologize. I've called Brian McCullough everybody but Brian McCullough
That was Brian McCullough.
at some point today. Nice job, Brian McCullough.
So minute 26. Warren's still sitting here with 3 timeouts. Ball is on the Libertyville 36-yard line. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Snap is up. Luke Schmidt,
Quick hitter.
high snap, quick pop out. Just trying to
Keep
let
him
him
in.
be an athlete, keep him in bounds. He's trying everything to get out of bounds. Micah Jones is going to get the ball down to about the 23. So 1:15 left.
Here we go. Crowd getting into it now.
Coming up in press coverage. The ball is up in the air.
Wide
Oh, no,
open.
and had a breakdown in coverage there. had a breakdown in coverage on the right side. That's the first time that's happened all day. Quite unlucky. And give Schmidt credit. He saw it right away. Cats couldn't get over. So now they got to go for two. That's really the first breakdown in coverage we've seen all day. It's really unfortunate it came at that point. So, Coach, you are you've got the defensive huddle here. What are you telling your guys?
Got to forget about that last play, that's for sure. What happened happened. It looks to me like, is Warren moving the ball to the left hash mark?
They are.
So what does that tell you?
Probably that they're looking to create more field space over to the right. That scoring drive was 127, 31 yards in 7 plays. Once again, thank you.
71 yards.
71 yards, sorry, that's right, 71 yards.
All right, here we go.
So they are, like Coach Mix said, huddling up behind the left hash. We've got Tolbert out to the right. We have Micah Jones and 85, who's ran his little screens out. James Short, watch for him. Roll out to the right. There they are. He's cutting back up under, and he is stopped short.
Nice job.
He is stopped short. So that is huge for the Wildcats defense.
I couldn't see who was on that.
A host of Cats are on that tackle.
See if we can get a look at it.
But now we still have the special teams. We still have to cover this. I'm not sure. I think you got to go look for an onside.
We're down to 1:03. Warren still has 2 timeouts left. Cats leading by 2.
So they are up 28-26.
And they're setting the ball in the middle of the field, which hasn't been the norm. So I would think that we're looking at something different here.
Good observation.
Oh, now he's walking. Nope, staying in the middle.
Here we go.
Got a lot of speedster on the left side there.
Got our hands team on. You see John Schlapper on there, Drew Fortini, some of our other hands guys. Brian Nelson is on there. They look like they're going to go on onsides to the kicker's left right here. And
that's a good bounce for us.
Fielded well.
Good bounce for us.
Fielded
nice
well. Can't see who came up with it. Nice job. Looks like it might have been Noah Pant who came up with that ball. I'll give Brian McCullough credit, though, just because.
You haven't called this yet?
Right. So now, like you said, though, they still do have 2 timeouts. 1 minute left. Cats have to run. We'll have to run 2 plays. I mean, besides the timeouts.
Correct. So a first down would be nice.
I don't think we'll have to get one here. Cats will run 1 play. Warren take a timeout. Second play, then they won't be able to stop the clock again. Clock stops after a change of possession. So we'll need to run some time off, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking we will.
You wonder if you do the old run backwards.
Clock, right? 25-second clock. So if they can get these 2 plays and
run backwards and scramble.
Got to get it under 50, right? I think that's what you got to do.
So they are checking. The refs are making sure when there is this tight of a situation, they want to make sure everybody is on the same page and knows what's going on.
We have another stoppage. The referee thought he was calling a timeout. He's given us Ruskell's going to come over to the sideline with this timeout here. And whatever, they've kept it in the same place.
All right, so now they're clocking in the game clock. But obviously
The
play
play
does
clock.
not start. Right, the play clock.
All right, here we go.
So we've got, looks like Skylar Blacker in the jumbo package again. Oh, Bizarre is twisted down, and the Blue Devils will take a timeout. We ran off 6 seconds on that play. So the jumbo package is coming out. Jumbo package looks like it's Ryan O'Malley, Luke Weiland, and Skylar Blacker. I don't actually know if they call it the jumbo package, but that's what we used to call the big fellas
do.
when they came in. So a timeout here by the Blue Devils. They have one more. Cats have all three.
Well, that's good news.
Don't think we're going to use them.
I hope not. I hope not.
You
I mean, some weird things have happened if we're using them.
You don't get to take them home.
No, we don't.
All right, so we will see what they come out with here. All right. So Ryan Cleary hustling back onto the field after the jumbo package was on. Ryan Cleary, 5'10", 180, the smallest of the O-linemen.
What a big heart, Coach.
Huge. Rossetti in motion. Rusko gets a high snap. The give is to Bizarre. He's going to stays on his feet.
51.9.
Holds the ball. He got two hands on that ball to make sure nothing was going to happen there. It's a 3rd and 11, and that's the last time they're going to be able to stop the clock.
But by my calculations, they will get the ball back.
Yep. Unless we get a first down on this play, they will get the ball back. Because after this play, we'll be able to run 25 off the play clock.
I would think we'd take the whole thing and then use a timeout.
Most likely. So we will see. You see Coach Wilcox stalking the sideline there, LHS alum. Back coaching again for the varsity for the 2nd year now. Coach Jones out with Coach Davis talking about what the plan is. Coach Reed Christensen right behind him, also LHS alum. So the Cats have the ball on the left hash. The band is on the sideline.
So handoff.
Handoff is underneath, and he's got a first down, and he's got more. That's going to wrap it up for the Cats as long as he holds on to the ball.
That's the ball game. Gotta like that.
A first down.
Jason C.
Jason C. rumbling, stumbling, bumbling.
What a hole. Look at that hole.
Nice, great blocking right there. Excellent block through. And he gets all the way down to the 30. That actually is pretty close to a horse collar tackle.
That's the party's over.
So now
let's go.
The Cats will take a knee to kill this.
Neat.
Knee, and that'll be the ball game.
Woo.
Final's going to be 28-26, so after a wild game, Cats bounce back after a triple overtime loss to Batavia and a wild start to this one that saw 3 fumbles in the first quarter. Cats bounce back for a 28-26 win. Coach Mix, what do you think?
Tale of 2 halves. I got to tell you, that first half, lots of mistakes, lots of big plays. Second half, more grinded out football. Try not to make mistakes. Cats came up with a big drive when they needed it and got the W.
Yeah, you're right. The offense did. The offense was able to put together a nice sustained drive. And the defense was just always stepping up. I mean, the defense was put on short fields quite a few times. Only gave up 2 scores.
Right.
And did a heck of a job.
Hey, well, we have a second. You know, we don't get the names, but we got to give a big thank you to everybody who made the production possible. You know, they do a great job here. And, you know, game is filmed well, all the replays, all the people in the booth. It just Great job.
They do a great job. So we have a few weeks off here now. No, we
Homecoming's
are
next week.
back next week for homecoming. That's right. We are back next week for homecoming. So we will see you back for our third game in a row before we take a hiatus. So on behalf of Wildcat Productions and Bill Mix, this is Kevin O'Neill signing off. Hope you had as much fun as we did tonight with another Cats win.